Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. Say go so, the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. It's nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't seeing no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms, feeling so charmed. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes are killing her tight. I found me a beautiful girl.
Body me LP,
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe, shaped like a cocoa bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty, I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty, I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. If you just as a reason night, all I really want in my life. Oh yeah, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine, brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl, beautiful girl. Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look,
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time, I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace up with presents and gifts, call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me Aston Kutcher, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'ma go get her. Since I'm a go getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh, it's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine, brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing time.
love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we're done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
What's going on? Welcome back. What's going on? Welcome back. On a day, welcome back. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Turn up your notifications so that you're notified when we go live. Let me make sure we can hear me. All right, we're doing well. Welcome back. Hit the like button for me. Thank you. My name is Ola. I'm coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios, right from the heart of New Jersey. We come here to talk about life and relationships. We extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. But this week, we're kind of like focusing on some of the stories that are actually internal. If I tell a story, it's a combination of a repetitive pattern, okay? I know the names are changed if I mention any name, okay? So, but I think it's the best way for us to learn some examples. We can rub minds together. But we want to tackle some of this stuff from a self-power, social seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence standpoint. So, in other words, we're going to try not to be judgmental outside of just us having fun and catching crews. And, you know, if it sounds like I'm dragging you, it's not personal, I promise you, okay? We're just trying to learn here. All right, welcome back. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Okay, hit the like button as you're coming in. Let's ping everybody else into the room. Shout out to the 8 people watching this live right now. I appreciate you for being here. It means a lot. All right, it means a lot. Shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to our sponsors, More Fresh, Life with Natu Adesua, Film Girl, Open Floor by Tima, Gorex Corner, D Love 3000, Yes TV, Chidima, Sparkleberry, and Mary Parker. Thank you so much for always supporting this platform. You can sponsor any one of our shows for as low as 99 cents. Okay? For as low as 99 cents, 1,600 naira, something like that. I don't know. But welcome. Also, you can, if you prefer to not use the super chat or super sticker, these are the informations on the screen. If you want to send in a donation, if you are getting value from this platform and you want to appreciate us that way, it's absolutely welcome. I appreciate you just as much. Another way you can appreciate us is to make sure you're hitting the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so that you're notified when we go live. All right, that's another way. Like I said, I am a relationship marriage coach in partnership with my wife, Lola. And you can book a complimentary free coaching session with us by sending email to ask@manofprestige.com. You can also send a text message, preferably WhatsApp, to +1732 305 8577. All that information is scrolling through the screen throughout the course of the show. You can also join our backstage. We continue the conversations behind the scenes on WhatsApp. You can go to whatsapp.manofprestige.com to join the backstage. All right. And today, I'm testing something out, okay? If you guys like it, I'll keep doing it, okay? If you guys love it, I'll keep doing it. Shout out to Natu is here. Welcome, Natu. Good to see you. All right. So today we want to talk about a topic that is that has been a repetitive theme for the past 6 years. You know, obviously, yeah, you probably should expect that anyway. because again, like I said, we're life marriage coaches. We talk about everything relationship, and we kind of like marriage, maybe if we have time for it. Okay, why? Because we believe that the marriage is a function of the relationship you have with your partner. If you have a trash relationship with your partner, the marriage will be trash. If your relationship contains at least one trash person, the relationship will be trash. The marriage will be trash. However, there's some things that one person can do. One person has the power to absolutely change the course of a relationship. At the very minimum, the course of their own life. At the very minimum, okay? They have the power to influence. Now, if they know how to engage that power, that's a different conversation. But that's why we're here, to talk about this kind of stuff. All right? So, like I said, we'll be trying different things out. We're going to be here, nonetheless, continue to show up. Shout out to Marriott. Marriott, welcome. We're going to be here, continue to do the Lord's work, rubbing minds together, cover this stuff. All right? Some of you are still recovering from the 8-hour live session we did on Sunday. Almost 8 hours, about 7 hours and 45 minutes or so. So I understand. Hit the like button. We're not going to be here for long today. We're going to take our time. Okay. But today's story is actually a very common one. If you haven't experienced this, consider yourself lucky. At some point in life, you will experience this in one shape, form, or the other. Okay. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's just get into it. We'll be right back. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com. All right, welcome back. Now, before we get into the main topic of the day, let's do some warm-up stories. There's this story that's actually, I don't know if we should call it, is trending on Twitter, on TikTok or not. I don't know if it's trendy, but I know she's been trying to push this message for a while. For about 2 or 3 weeks, I've been coming across it on the internet. So I'm reporting it from Gossip Mail TV. It says, just in, my Nigeria husband, Samson Adewale Adebisi. So she's naming this person, right? Let me just put a timer on this. Make sure we don't go over time today. All right. She said, let me make it bigger. All right, there you go. All right. Just hold on. All right, good. There you go. My Nigerian husband, Samson Adewale Adebisi. They scratched something out there. My entire life savings, a whopping $53,000, 84 million naira, including all the money I was saving to get an IVF. And then it says, Onyibo woman cries out for help. This woman doesn't look like Onyibo to me, but okay, we can run with that. Yeah. So I've been seeing the story all over the place. It looks like it's also, and she's been trying to drag the Nigerian husband. Okay, so it's a Nigerian husband, my life savings. Let me see if she will actually come on my actual TikTok feed right now. If she comes, we can get in through the feed a little bit more. See if we can, because I know. Okay, let me go to live. So she's been doing live back to back. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on 1 second, okay? Sorry about that. We're back. All right, so I'm trying to see through my feed because she goes live every virtually every day, trying to drag the situation out. Also, they're building a community of people that have been scammed, right, by African men, particularly Nigerian men. That's what they're claiming, right? So that's what I can't see right now. So let me just go with this story, right, that we're looking at on the screen. I can't see right now, but every now and then on TikTok it comes on my feed, right? So basically, she's claiming that this guy, she alleges that this guy got married to her, and then left with $53,000, and it looks like she's been on a mission to learn everything Nigerian. As a matter of fact, earlier on today, just a few minutes ago, I saw her talking about, oh yeah, if you pay the price. So she's African American, from what it sounds like. If you pay the bride price too, he's married. So she's been listening to a lot of live stream, a lot of our conversations. She knows quite a bit now about our culture, in efforts to try to expose this man. All right, so that's what's going on. I want to read some of this stuff on the screen, and then I'll leave some points here, and then we can talk about it. Let's see. So somebody says, I was following up with the gist at a time. The dude claimed she was pained because he moved on to someone else and was trying to tarnish his image. He claimed the woman didn't have anything worth that much. The whole story just scattered my head. Okay. So now, again, that's what she alleges. She alleges that he stole $53,000. Now, the guy is probably on his own campaign too, trying to dismiss the story. She will have to have evidence. If somebody stole money from you and they're inside the country, because I'm guessing the guy is still inside the country, but he just wants to leave the relationship. Okay. Did he steal money? I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. It's also possible that she's exaggerating. Whatever happened there, only them know. And God. The whole story just scattered my head. Okay, somebody said, forget about this post. If God is making life easier for you, give him a heart. Wahala. Somebody said, this is heartbreaking. Don't treat a good woman badly. She just loved him. Okay. So now, let me ask you guys a question. We do have, the reality is that a lot of people are after their papers. They get married to people for their papers, so they can get a stay, a permanent resident, for better opportunities in the country. A lot of people getting hurt in this process. Yes. Let's be honest. Let's not cap here.
Stop the cap.
Yes, a lot of people are getting hurt in that process. A lot of people are being hurt in that process. Right, so they are starting to find out. Some of them are alleging that anybody who is looking to the papers find out very well they might be married, they have a whole family out in Nigeria and stuff like that. So sadly, people have done, like I always say here, people will do whatever they have to do to have to survive. Is it sad? Yes. Is it criminal? Yes. Is it against the law? A lot of times, yes. So let's be clear about that. Okay. So if you meet a Nigerian and you now generalize and say he only wants paper, you probably just don't like that person. Because honestly, if you like that person enough, you probably will justify the BS. You cover up for them. You might even see some red flags, and you will tell yourself that it can't be. But when you don't like them, why just leave them alone, right? Because again, some of these terrible experiences will make you run into the world and generalize and say Nigerians are scam artists. If that's how you feel, just keep in mind that's really just about you. It's still about you. It's your experience, okay? And I will never invalidate your experience, but it's your experience. We need to keep that energy all the way across when you are interpreting that in your head. It is your experience. It's not necessarily everyone else's experience. It's sad that happened to you, but just for your own good, maintain that it's your experience. Someone said, these Oyibo peeps never learn. The signs are usually there. I still don't know how people trust so easily. All these bad eggs go destroy things for other Nigerians. It's wonderful day to get any book you like. All right, so that's the thing. I don't believe anybody can spoil my own personal experience. I guess to an extent, but only to an extent. Okay, only to an extent. Here's why. I don't really benefit from internalizing that and making it about myself. You know, I can also run out into the internet and start scolding all Nigerians. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Guess what? That video will also go viral. Why? Because it's generalizing in nature. However, if you are experiencing this, you experience this, or it's about you, it's your experience, and the best you can do to make sure it doesn't happen again in the future is to really make it about you. And I know that's hard to admit. Samson don't finally defraud Delilah. Wahala. Somebody says it's almost 10 years now after left the father of my kids. All right, official winning. So this person probably had a similar experience. Like I said, a lot of people had experience. Go on TikTok, they're going viral right now, and they're trying to expose not just the people that they had this experience with, but all Nigerians. Okay. Am I going to stop them? No, I can't stop them. All I can tell you is, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. They're not talking about you if you didn't do it. If you did it, repent. I've never dated any Nigerian man because I'm scared of them, even if I am from Nigeria. That's a Nigerian person said that. Having a friend with Nigerian ladies, they will still want to use you. I'm just scared of my Nigerian people, and it's very sad. I wonder what kind of reply she got. The Nigerian man won't want you as well. You see? Excuse me. So I said, these Igbo women, sometimes they forge all these stories because of misunderstanding between them and the guy. This is ruining our images as Nigerian. I cannot rock with the angle of they are forging the stories. If the story is hitting a nerve, it exists somewhere. We have to approach it from that standpoint. Okay? We have to approach it from that standpoint. Like I said, if it doesn't apply, you can let it fly too. But to just sit down there and just say, only misunderstanding, they are formulating the story. Is there somebody formulating? Yes. But if it exists, it exists. It's going viral because it's hitting a nerve. Right? If anything, you're only telling on yourself. You're trying to invalidate that person's experience. Someone said, this is bad. I hope they catch him and make him pay for his crime. Stop embarrassing Nigeria like this. All right. So the person trying to drag Nigeria, even though say, not all, I'm not dragging on Nigeria, but, Nigeria, man, be careful. You're generalizing, by the way. You go collect. Because it becomes your perspective, it becomes your perception, and you attract what you fear the most. So even when you try to pretend to yourself that you're not saying all, but you know where your art is, seek the help you need. If he stole $53,000, gather the evidence, make him go to jail. That's what I'll tell you. Somebody said you go trust Yoruba man, you see. And that's a chuku. It's the same people. They are everywhere. They come in different colors, in different nationalities. All right. So these are people that basically think in life. They think about life in just, so. But it's the same thing. They generalize. They be generalized based on tribe, on race, on gender. That's the same behavior. Look around you. You will start seeing the patterns everywhere. We will add this to the protest. Sorry, my love. You all even planned a whole future. All right. So what I want to do is I want to play this audio. There's an audio there. Let's play the audio.
Hey, God, y'all. Good morning. I want to bring the point up that Samson Adewale Adebisi, my love scammer, Nigerian Yoruba, soon-to-be ex-husband, has
welcome Black Diamond.
I haven't had any contact with him besides him calling me or texting me from unknown numbers and sending me copies of
hit the like button.
Thank you. He took from my phone without my knowledge. While I was in perfect trust as a wife in the marriage, Samson had access to my phone. And apparently he would go through my phone, and when I'm sleeping in perfect trust in my marital bed in my home, thinking I'm safe with my husband, he would go through my phone and take information out of my phone, old pictures, a copy of my electronic signatures, from documents, personal information that was in my phone, for what use I believe to have identification in order to file in some sort of victim status for a green card here in the United States, and also possibly to do anything else, with my personal information. In terms of doing any type of scammer activities, I do not know. However, my contention to him, because he spoke with I think someone that wanted to come up on my live yesterday. But number one, we ran out of time, and then number two, no one will be given a platform to speak for him. If he wants to speak himself, he needs to come up and he needs to address everyone himself. No one is going to speak for him on my platform and spew any sort of nonsense or evil or lies that he wants to say. If he wants to speak to me and he wants to have his position known, then he needs to meet me at the police station. At this point, there is no speaking on TikTok Live. This is not going to get resolution to this matter. If he believes himself to be innocent, if he believes that he wants to express to y'all that he did not steal my money and he's not a love scammer, then he needs to report to the police station where I have filed a charge and to speak with the police detectives there. That's point blank and simple, right? And in terms of the land purchase in Nigeria, in terms of the house purchase in Nigeria, Samson needs to present, if he's not a scammer, and he needs to present how did he earn that particular money to buy a house and land in Nigeria. He needs to present who purchased the land and the house in Nigeria for him. He needs to present financial records for how the money was transferred from America to Nigeria in order to purchase the land and the house in Nigeria. And he needs to provide the name of the person that purchased the house and the land in Nigeria. If Samson is in America, that means somebody had to do the transaction and perform the transaction in Nigeria in order to purchase that land and the house in Nigeria. So he needs to present that information. He's saying everything but presenting financial information from any transactions done by him in the United States to Nigeria. And also the money that was given to him within the marriage that was scammed from me to purchase land in Nigeria, that the consensus was we were going to build the dream home, the family home in Nigeria, that I presented on my page proof that I Zelled and Cash Apped him funds for. If you're not a love scammer, if you weren't scamming me and we're no longer together, we are in the process of getting divorced, then that money should be returned to me.
Going through a divorce.
Several people have reached out to Samson on my behalf to tell him, hey, well, at the very least, separate from the money that she's alleging that was stolen, the money that there's actually proof of that can be acknowledged by you that she did give you for the purchase of the land in Nigeria for you to build the home and build the dream home in Nigeria, that should be returned to her if y'all no longer together. He sent a laughing emoji to the individual that was reaching out to him to inquire about that. So that's my question to you, Samson. Again, if all my allegations against you are untrue, then why have you not returned to me the money for the purchase of land in Nigeria that was supposed to be to build the dream home, so that when we traveled to Nigeria, we would have a family home of our own. So that when I did IVF to have the baby in Nigeria, and then when we were supposed to travel to Nigeria in order to adopt children, we would have our own home there. So where is my money for that I gave you, Samson?
Wow.
So again, these are things that I'm telling you, he's trying to play the Nigerian card and appeal to, media in Nigeria and appeal to, the Nigerian men and act as if in some way he's trying to build a case against me to say I did something to him, chased him out the house, or did something else. I did nothing to Samson Adewale Adebisi but be a good, true wife to him. And you guys can see from the evidence that I have presented, all I did was make sure my husband was comfortable in terms of financially for the dreams that we were hoping to build together, and that he was in a comfortable environment. He was living with my family. So in all ways, Samson was treated kindly, with goodness, and as family. He turned out to be the snake, and that ended up betraying everyone in my life, including myself. So again, I simply want what's mine returned back to me. So at the very least, the money that's stolen, if I have to pursue whatever avenue to get that, that's fine. But if he's telling y'all, the public, that he's not a love scammer, if he's telling y'all that he's, you know, a wronged husband or whatever his, you know, motives are for what anything he's done, then tell him to return my money that was given to him for the land. You guys can see within my post on my page all the money that was given to him for the purchase of the land in Nigeria during the course of the marriage. So if he's trying to say on his end, all he did was just be a cheater and an adulterer, and that's it, it's just the marriage ended because of that reason, then he should be returning my money to me for the land purchase in Nigeria.
All right. Thoughts. You guys listen to that? All right. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this. Let's go through the rabbit hole. Let's get through it. Again, I've been noticed she started posting about let me see here. She started posting, trying to see here the first post. Hold on a second. There you go. All right, so let's do this. Let's do it together. That's her right there. Yeah. Let's do it together. I'm gonna refresh. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna refresh. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. So she posted this post. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Let's put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Please. Let's see here.
Please.
Thank you, Auto Rocket 90. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so let's get through this. Again, this young lady is accusing a Nigerian man that she was married to, some Adebisi Samson Adewale. She's accusing him of stealing 53,000. There's a big question here at the end of this, right? The big question, first of all, do you believe her? Second of all, what do you think should happen? Like, what would be your conclusion? Let me see here. All right. So every ninja, she posted a post just now. I'm gonna miss it. So this is her on a good makeup day, I guess. All right. So I'm gonna go up. We're gonna start going through the scroll. Every ninja I had still love me. Okay. Every ninja I had still love me. Let's see. She's live presently, as you can see. She's actually presently live as we're talking. Okay. Let me see. Okay, there you go. There's this thing here. Okay, let's go through it. Let's get through it. Remote for almost 2 years. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Okay, there you go. All right, let me see here. Okay, here we go. All right, so it says the Nigerian mistress who plotted with the Nigerian husband to rob me and steal my life savings. Okay, and then she shows a picture of a, oh, not a Lola, no, and she's releasing a bunch of private text messages between them. Okay, all right, let's keep going. And then here it says the Nigerian husband that stole my life savings. A lot. Trying to figure out how to do this thing. Let's go back here. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so the thing is moving forward. That's why. All right, trying to see if they can, so I can pause it. The Nigerian husband that stole my life savings money. I had been saving for IVF to have a baby. Okay, let's go up. And there's a whole message here. Please return my money, Samson. I worked hard for that money. 14 years of hard work and sacrifice. You took $50,000 from me. That was money for my baby and the house. Please don't do this. Give it back to me. It belongs to me. You can leave, but you don't get to steal from me. Take my money and run. Take my money and run. So apparently the guy, it sounds like the guy left her, right? That's not an excuse to steal money from her. But then she said $50,000. So maybe she had not finished counting the money of exactly how much money exactly it was. She said, you were using me. I paid for groceries, rent, utility, gas, and the car. Paid money for the upkeep from your mom and family in Nigeria. Both you, clothes, shoes, and although you were already taking money from me out of my safe. So the money came out of a safe. All right. You were still asking me for money and I was sending it to you. Even after finding out you were cheating on me, I still gave you the money to pay for your driver's license. I was never selfish and withheld anything from you that would need to steal from me. You have money. You never gave me a dime of the money you were making money. Okay, no. Now, if you remember the video that she just recorded, she was saying that he needs to show where he got all the money to buy land in Nigeria, right? Let's keep going. I'm just going to skim through this real quick. All right. You have my trust. You have my trust. Come on. Uh-oh. All right. The thing is, there's got to be a way to pause this thing. You have taken my trust. Okay. Oh, God. All right. Let's see if I can hold it. Is it holding? It's not holding. The thing is scrolling back to the other. Okay. Let's see if I can pause it. I can't pause it. All right, I'm just gonna have to keep doing it. You have taken my trust, my innocence, my belief in love and marriage, and please don't take my dreams and hopes for a child of my own. All right. Please return. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I was angry, yes, and hurt, betrayed, humiliated. There's gotta be a way to pause this. Let's see. Is there a way to pause this? Anyway, it's just a bunch of messages. I'm not gonna read through all of them. It's messages that she kept sending, but I'm just gonna skim. I want to see the white lines are basically what the guy sent, right? I swear to God that I serve. Okay. It looks like he was denying something. It says, stop saying that. Okay. What reason do I have to lie against you? Okay. So he said, stop saying that, right? Okay. Another bunch of message. I was a good wife, loved, honored. I fear you. The way you use God and lie still. You were church in the midst of God texting. Okay. You were in church in the midst of God texting, seeking with Lola in church, noting you were in the act of full adultery. So some Lola, not my Lola, of course. Okay. There you go. I finally got one post. Picture this. Your Nigerian husband scams you and steals your life savings over $50,000 you were saving. Okay, that's a picture of them together. MOP has said it though. Stop helping men to be men. Have I not been saying that? Yes, I have been saying that, right? A helpmeet does not mean you help a man to be a man. It means you're a woman and you're a helpmeet already. If you feel like you're getting stressed out of your brains, it's time to seek help. That's what it means, okay? It doesn't mean it's your fault. It actually doesn't mean it's his fault either, but you need help. Just making conclusions off of your emotions will not help, because after all, you marry that person, you have a relationship with them, and you're going to need a little bit more than just somebody taking sides with you. Let's see here. Here's another one. Let me see if there's an audio here. No audio. She's just exposing Lola, whatever that is. Please help me find this woman. Help me find her social media. Her name is... Oh, not Oluwadami, Lola, Jesus Christ. She goes by Lola J. Sobaye. She attends Winners International Church in Houston and is a part of the youth groups. She helped plan with my husband to rob me of my life savings over 50 years. So she's exposing, and she still has this picture up. Actually, at one point, I actually think she got her page taken down, but she got it back. She's telling her story, right? Ladies, Nigerian husband who scammed me and stole my life savings over $50,000. Now, you know, I started hearing her say, well, I'm not talking about all Nigerians. Well, if you have to have Nigerian, right, you mean what you mean. Let's just call it what that is, right? You mean what you mean. All right? She means what she means, right? And I'm not judging her. Again, $50,000 was stolen from her, allegedly, so I can understand. If you've gone through, it's pretty natural for anybody who have gone through any kind of pain or trauma to basically think that the rest of the world is like that. This is in efforts to protect themselves. But again, this is just understanding how the human mind works. You need to do a little bit more work so that you can get past that. That's what we call healing. You will start seeing the whole world as red when you've been hurt, right? All right. Stop saying that. The whole world is red. I know. Yeah. There's more than enough other platforms that will tell you it's red. Here, the whole world is not red. I have to tell you the truth. The whole world is not red.
Stop the cap.
Okay. Your experience is clearly red, and I feel for you. If we can get that money back, let's get that money back. But beyond that money, I don't want you to miss out on life. But I feel sorry for her anyway. Let's keep going.
I don't even know what's about to happen next, but I'm already thanking God for what he's about to do.
All right, so she kept exposing the Lola lady. Nigerian, you can see it says Nigerian scammer and my husband. She's calling the woman scammer now. My husband, mistress, who helped him rob me of and steal $50,000. Now, I think she might have seen some kind of text between them. Maybe that's why she's concluding that there's a mistress. You can see here, let's go back up here. Your Nigerian husband, blah, blah, blah. There's a message. Can you see create the account now? So it looks like they were creating different accounts. She accuses him and her of creating different accounts to rob more people. So in one breath, she's the Nigerian love scammer who just used her to get papers. In the other breath, he's looking to scam more people for more money, right? All right, so I'm sorry. Let's see here. Text between Nigerian husband planning with his mistress to steal my life savings. The text says what? What does the text say? The text says, can you see create the account? Can you see looking to see what you need? The text does not tell me much. Maybe there's more. Let's keep going. Okay, your Nigerian husband Samson cheating with his, okay, just music, with his Nigerian mistress Damilola, and they have locations. The only thing she's showing is location. Let me pause this at this point. Maybe this will tell us something. Not everyone shared in the economy's prosperity of this period. Many workers were typically unemployed at least part of the last year. As industrial growth transformed, it produced a new class. The labor force that paid, okay. I don't see anything that looks like there's a plan to rob her, but let's keep going. Your Nigeria, same thing, same post. Right, when Samson Adebisi Adewale and his mistress, let's go back, tries to lie and say you don't have $50,000, much less $20,000. Okay, then she's showing screenshots of when she had $50,000 in the account. Now, is there a part of this country where they call bank account safe? I know we typically call it savings, but she said safe earlier on. Was the money stolen from a safe or a bank account? If it was stolen from a bank account, then also the banks can be involved, and you know, they can help, especially if it's a credit card, you know, especially if it's a credit card. So I would definitely, if I were her, I would engage the bank, wherever bank they stole the money from. If the money was stolen from inside of the house in a savings account, I don't know. I'm not a private investigator. What, you ladies and gentlemen in the chat, what can she do if the money was stolen from inside a safe as cash in the house? What can she do? All right, so I'm trying to see on the screenshot of Damilola's text message with Samson if there's anything we can pick up from there. Text me. Okay, she sent pictures. I guess that can, and then address. Thanks, honey. Okay, they said honey. Money Angel. Oh, they're calling themselves Angel and Honey. I'm on the phone. Same place. Oh, they meet at certain places. Which side are you? Okay, they were meeting and catching up. Okay, all right. This is like an Instagram. No, this is an iMessage. Okay, so they were meeting. So we can safely say, based off of this screenshot, there was some kind of romantic engagement between her and her, based off of this screenshot. All right, so she's showing. Let's see what she says here.
So
everything that's
I'm
good.
posting an update
It's
video
not just the best
to
version
talk
of
about
it.
the fact that my Nigerian.
Why does she have another audio laid over that thing? I can't hear that. Let's keep going. Police report are filed. So she filed police report against Samson, my Nigerian husband. Okay. That stole. So she filed a police report. All right. Good step. And here, there's a screenshot of it. This looks like a Cash App screenshot. Let's see. So my Nigerian husband, I was poor and had no money for him to steal, yet I paid just in June $2,000, $661 for car repairs. All right, so they clearly had a relationship going there. She had $61,000 in that bank account, some average balance at one point. All right, so that's the screenshot. So $63,000 ending balance. So there's multiple. Okay, all right, so the account, so she was trying to, okay, so she said profile for my husband Samson Adebisi who stole $50,000. So she was really trying to expose him here. And here is a photo of them together playing love. She was definitely in love in this moment. All right, when you find out it's all a lie and your Nigerian husband steals. Okay, let's see if we can hear this.
So they've been reporting my videos under fake accounts to get them taken down, and I was in a live earlier and they reported my live so that I couldn't go live and tell you guys what they did to me. So I need to create another profile, and I'm gonna list it here, and I'm gonna need you guys to please help me try to get to 1,000 followers so that I can go live again under that new profile, so that we can talk and share, and I can tell you my story, so that this can hopefully reach as many of you as possible, and I can address questions. Because like I said, I'm not going to walk in shame. I'm not going to hide in the shadows. I'm not going to let them get away with what they did to me. And so I want this to.
All right, so this was when our account was taken down. She was trying to get the account back. All right, Samson Manager husband chat with next victim. So now she's claiming that he was chatting with the next victim here. You try to talk to that girl. I saw you. I love you. And then he goes, baby, where? And then he goes, let's go to eat, or let's go to this park. I have a fun place I want to go. And then please, I can't comment. We just have issues now. And then she goes, please, I can't come now. We just have issues now. Okay, this was okay. I love kissing you. Okay, he was talking to somebody else, not to her. Let's see. Babe, are you still here? If you have an emergency, just call her. You have hurt me too much. Live your happy life with her and don't contact me. I'm blocking. Bye. Okay. So she's showing some screenshots here of apparently conversation between him and other people. Let's keep going. All right. Some Queen Esther unbeatable, whatever that is. Let me see what the caption is. New account access. Okay, that's when she was opening a new account. Let's keep going.
And I need y'all to help me grow my other account so I can go live over there. It's Black BLAC.
All right, so she was trying to grow another account so she can keep
proud of myself.
talking. You now realize the wedding. Okay, let's go back. You now realize the wedding ring your Nigerian husband claims to have misplaced in his car was a lie. He stopped wearing the wedding ring to break the marital bond. Okay. Planned work apart of the Roman scam to steal money for infertility treatment. All right. Let's listen to this.
Good morning. So I can't go live on this account.
She's still trying to grow a new account. Let's keep going. We might get some more stuff. Here's a picture that she puts up of him and his friends. Yahoo. She said Yahoo boys. Okay, this is when she started to learn about Nigerians and the typical. And she's like, oh, Yahoo boys, Nigerian scammer, aka Judas and helpers. Yahoo boys, fraudsters, his fraud group members. Oh, Raymond, I'm coming for you next. Oh, she said she's coming for one of the guys. Somebody is here saying we apologize as Nigerians. No one deserve this. I hope you get justice. All right, let's keep going. And here's a picture when scammer Samson Adewale Adebisi involved my family and scammed us all. Lived with us, family dined with us as family, yet betrayed us like Judas, robbed me at our home. So the slides tend to take me to the next slide, so I have to keep going back to it. Stole my info. Okay, so she's saying she's talking about the money stolen. So this is a picture of him getting his papers, I guess. This is like a court, right? All right, so here's another one right here. Let's see. A screenshot of messages. Relax, I promise to fix everything. This was him saying that. And then she goes, I'm calling the police. I'm filing charges. Tessie, in total, your brother stole $50,000 from me. Okay, so she was talking to a brother of his. He didn't know I had a spare key to still get in my box. Last night when he came to get his things, he was in my room alone, went into the box and stole from me again. Also took what he thought was the only key. That was my money for my baby Tessie. Okay, so this is a screenshot between her and a brother. And then the brother said, please don't do, I don't know what the rest of the message is like. The only land he bought I was aware of was in April. So this was the brother saying, yes, he bought a land. Remember, she's concluding that he used the money to buy land. All right, so here cash apps to Samson for land deposits and for house to be fixed in Nigeria. So she was also a part of the plan to build a house in Nigeria. So they had their life intertwined together. Okay, so there was some kind of land, blah 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 blah. You getting the gist, right? You guys are getting the gist. Okay, let me pause at this point. Y'all the scammers reporting my posts, trying to get them taken down. I will not be silenced. I will tell my story. What love scammer Samson Adewale Adebisi, his mistress, did to me. Okay, so she's trying to tell her story. Okay, hit the like button, hit the like button. Let me come to the chat. Pardon my manners. I beg, I beg, I beg. I'm coming. I did here. I just want us to cover a little bit. Yep. I'm here. How you doing? $50,000, not no be beans. This gotta be so painful. $50,000 is not being so. I want to know how Lola is involved. Not my Lola. The Azza Lola, right? I think it's it's probably a girlfriend on the side, but they went to Winners Chapel in Houston. Winners Chapel people in Houston. Where are they? Anyway, maybe she put it in a safe deposit box, which is illegal, and she might get in trouble for that. Really? That is interesting. All right. It's illegal to put money in safe deposit box. I know. Are you talking about the safe deposit box, the ones in the bank, or the ones at home? Right. I want to know. Tell me. She said nothing can be done. Right. So why do you have cash that much in a safe deposit box? It's always a valid question. We live in a cashless society, you know. The only reasons why people will put money in bitcoins or cryptocurrency or in some, it's always something funny going on, okay? Maybe not illegal or criminal in nature, but it's something, okay? I don't want to speak in absolutes there because I'm not too familiar with it. Natu says, I work in AML. If you took raw cash, there's nothing the bank can do about it. See? MOP dropped me, analyze the money thingy. Hang out for a second here. Let me see if I can cover a little bit more base on that story. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So this is cash. Okay. This is the box right here. Can you guys see? That's the safe. Is this the kind of box that is illegal to put money in? So she was putting money here. Is this the kind of safe deposit box that you're talking about, Natu? Is it that right there? Let me drop this link. Let me just go ahead and drop the link. Okay. Let's do that. For me, I never have any reason to carry anything. I've never had any reason to carry more than $10,000 on me at any point in time. I can't think of a reason, you know. I know there are reasons, don't get me wrong, but for me personally, I can't think of a reason, you know. But anyway, let's go back. That thing has been scrolling through. So that's the safe deposit box right there. When you find a wedding ring in a wooden box with markings, you bless yourself, revoke any workings. Nigerian love scammer, sad Nigerian man doing charm work. Oh, now she's accusing him of voodoo, I think. Okay, that's a Nigerian brother. I can't say my Nigerian brother. These allegations are crazy. I can't say my Nigerian brother right now. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry. All right, so let's see. That's them together. Oh, they were in love in this moment. So, all right. So she said it's all love. So, Nigeria paint the narrative in TikTok lives was uncomfortable. So he came. So I think he's doing his own live sessions on TikTok somewhere, doing his own shalaye, and he's saying he was uncomfortable, he was always stressed, and then that she was abusing him. And then she posted, he said, the sleep of a man well comfortable in his home and loved. Okay, that's a picture. Yeah, all right. It's kind of wild to take the picture of a person sleeping and then release the picture when you guys have broken up. That's kind of wild, but let's see here if there's any audio on this. That makes me feel all right, no audio. All right. It's kind of wild. Well, let me bring Natu up. I think Natu is here. Natu.
MOP Alpha.
How you there? Talk to me. What's going on?
I did have this.
I did hear.
So this safe deposit thing, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's two things. Why is she keeping that much cash at home if she's not hiding something? That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if she's using a safe deposit box in the bank to put the cash, you can get in trouble because the safe deposit box is for valuables, and documents, and yes, and you always have to tell the bank where you're putting it. Some people don't usually tell, but when I worked in like retail banking, there are times I think someone didn't come to use their deposit bank for like over 10 years, and they opened it and it was a lot of cash in it.
Right.
Yeah. So if the bank found out that if he has a spare key to the safe deposit box, the one in the bank, and she has money in it, she herself can get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then, if she has the money in her account and she wants the bank to like help her out, you have to trace the money to know where the money is coming from. It's from a legit source.
Right. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Which is the reason why some people hide cash.
Yes.
Right.
If you don't have anything to hide, you don't have a reason to hide cash.
Right, exactly. And I understand that people have things that they're trying to do, you know, to make life a little bit. I get that. I'm not judging for it, but just keep in mind that if you get stolen, you cannot report
Yep.
It's gonna be hard to find that money or accuse people, and people will question you like, why are you keeping that kind of cash around? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hold tight. Here.
So before you go, right? Before you go, also, so this situation, the guy probably was using her for papers. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this is the Nigerian guys do when they come here. When they come and they want to do papers, they don't have money. They'll not act with these girls like they love them. We had one of our friends that did that. He was into IT during the recession in 2009. And he was dating this Haitian girl. He didn't want to pay her money, so he just asked her for them to marry and do the papers. When the girl found out, she made sure she was pregnant for him like 3 times. So now he's paying child support like 2,600 on one child.
Okay, she made sure that she got pregnant.
She got pregnant because she found out he was playing her.
So she trapped him.
Yeah, of course.
After she
because
found
she found out, she found out he didn't like her, so he wanted her for the papers. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she got her own revenge too.
Right. So of course,
all these guys doing this. Right. So all these guys doing this, like if you know that this is not what you want, just make a deal with the person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just make a deal with the person. There's no need for you to lie.
What would that deal look like, Natu?
You can tell the person that you pay them instrumentally. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or I will live with you. I'll pay rent. You don't have to pay rent. I'll take care of the bills. You just stay here.
So what would typically be the response from that? If somebody really thought you were into them, and then they find out that you were not into them, and now you want to make a deal with them, right?
If they find out you're not, if they want to make a deal, they will get pregnant. They'll get pregnant, or they will do you. Do you is what this girl is doing, dragging him online right now. So probably that Lola was his girlfriend. And he told her that I'm just gonna get with this girl and get papers. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why Lola is not bothered by what's going on, and now the thing is getting messy. So that's why we always advise. I know somebody that tried to get somebody to do his papers. He just made sure nothing emotional was attached. Do you understand? So if you have to do that, make sure that the person that there's no emotional attachment.
Okay. All right. Check this out, Natu. There's this comment on here. The person say VAWA is now the new way of gaining their papers. Ladies, be careful. These people are tricky. This is what they do. Claim abuse for VAWA. Remember we were talking about VAWA here a few days ago. They claim abuse for VAWA when it's all lies. Okay. Any Nigerian woman that has a husband and supports them treating other women like this, God is seeing you too. Please, let's stop our brothers from behaving like this. Dear sisters, please be careful. Before you say I do or file papers, learn all you need to, and if your pocket or heart can take the risk of it being fake, then find love elsewhere. I'm in a group where women shared their stories, and it's heartbreaking. One man was beating his own self and recording and saying, please stop hitting me, like his wife was doing him something. A desperate person is a dangerous person. This is the kind of stories that you guys get when I'm trying to discuss some marriage stuff. Now bring all these stories to me and try to turn the whole show into this. Wow. Somebody said call the police. Somebody said Yoruba demon. Oh. He's saying he was abused because he's going to file VAWA. It looks like he already has his papers. I mean, from the court system, from what they were in front of a court picture. You know, that's what it looks like to me. But maybe I'm speculating. Let me look at this message here. I want to read just his own story because this is just hers. We know what her story is. We have an idea already, but I want to go to the white message. Good morning. How's everything out there? Let me see if I can go back here. Go back. My husband is a scammer, adulterer, lie, and thief. So everything is effed up right now. Okay, so she was messaging a family member of the guy. Actually, I can't lie to you. I swear with Allah's name, he can never lie to me. I swear to Allah, I do love you and I can't deceive you. Okay, because she was thinking that they are all deceiving her, I guess. Actually, I can't lie to you. Let me see here. And then she's taking, how can I be Tessie? My husband plotted to rob me. Okay, so they are saying, is the Tessie, is that her name? The 50-part story. Do you recall that? Nato, did you leave?
Yeah, Tisa. Yeah, Tisa. Risa Tisa.
Okay, I'm trying to
Yeah.
see if they're trying to call her. Okay, please ask him to return what he has not spent of my money. Tessie, he and Lola will go to jail. Okay, the person's name is Tessie. I'm trying to wait, is she being accused of being a Risa Tisa? Let's see. Okay, let me just go up a little bit more. Betrayer, this is the fake page, brother-in-law. So she's accusing a brother-in-law who is dressed in a youth copper dress here. Looks like, I think. Anyway, Tessie, my fake brother-in-law of Roman scammer. So yes, I believe that they can have fake family members just to have their papers. So I'm not sure. So Judas Samson, the Roman scammer, played. Watch this. Played with my family. He was a plain, dutiful uncle and acting as if he cared. Hold on. Acting this thing. Now so acting as if he cared to give my family's trust. So he was carrying babies and stuff, basically. Lord have mercy. So this is a screenshot of some of the messages he posted, which I never did. Let's see here. Okay. Which I never did. Challenge me for infidelity, not theft. Okay. He said, challenge me for infidelity. No, that's just too much. The baby issues, no matter what happens, I'm still going to help you. Okay. That's him trying to run away from that marriage. Because I gave you my word from the beginning. It's a secret between us. Okay, that's the baby stuff, right? She wants a baby, obviously. It's a secret between. I want you to achieve something that will make you happy for life. He's trying to leave, but you're a good person. Oh God, this is bad. Nigerian husband at DBC. Okay, that's the. So she's taking screenshots of Lola and Samson. Okay. All right. Okay, let's listen to this.
From Nigeria, which turn out to be fake. There are a higher number of cases involving claims of marriage fraud by USCIS involving men from Nigeria. When someone from Nigeria or from any country goes to the embassy and gets a visa to the United States, a visit visa, oftentimes they only get that visit visa if they are married. The consular official needs to understand and know that the beneficiary of that non-immigrant visa application is going to come back, and if they leave a spouse behind, that is the greatest.
Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button.
Will in fact.
Thank you.
Back. 17 to 2020, 21, 22. There were a lot of non-immigrant visas given to men from Nigeria, and they got them because they were married. Now, these marriages in Nigeria have really come under scrutiny. Either they weren't ever valid marriages, or there wasn't even a real person they were married to, or they never got formally married, or they never got formally divorced. Sometimes people just made up who they were married.
All right, so this boss is telling us things that we already know, kind of. Maybe the rest of the world didn't know, so it's okay. One bad apple spoiled the bunch, making it harder for those who are sincere. That's honestly the truth of the story. And if you want, let me tell you like this, if you've gone through stuff like this and you want true justice, don't make it about Nigerian people. The moment you make it about Nigerian people, you are actually killing the credibility. Let me say you might be killing the credibility of your story. You know, because I'm sure there's also many other people that were actually in authentic marriages, but once the person said they want to leave, it becomes, well, he's leaving because he's a scam artist, and then they'll call the immigration, try to take their papers away. You know, if your story get mixed in with all of that, instead of you to focus on the criminal behavior of that one person, you can also shoot the credibility of your story. I would definitely, if you can afford it, I would definitely get a lawyer to help you with regards to that. All right, let me see here. All right, so this was him saying, stop this shit. Right? He was DMing her to stop it, right? To stop all the postings. Taking this down or what? Is that a threat? Okay, so he was actively trying to get her to take all of this down. All right, anyway, this is, if you're trying to do papers, you want to use people to do papers, these are the possible outcome, just so you know. Okay. Let's see here.
Just had a post removed, so I'm going to do a video. Samson Adewale Adebisi purchased land in Nigeria, and he purchased a house in Nigeria. Samson is over here on a student.
Okay, so wait, Samson's over here on what? Let's keep going.
Purchased land in Nigeria, and he purchased a house in Nigeria. Samson is over here on a student visa, a visa type where he would never have a job that would give him enough money to be able to purchase a house and land in Nigeria. So, Samson, where did the money come from that you purchased a house in Nigeria with? Where did the money come from that you purchased the...
So he doesn't have a job yet. Maybe he was still in the middle of the paper. Jesus. Oh God. Anyway, so let me see here if there's more. Please find a place. Let's see. Please forgive me. Please find a place in your heart to forgive him, please. All right, so all of this started because the guy left. But it's also even crazier because he stole money, allegedly. Okay? Let's see here. I think it's the same message.
My poster being reported, so I want to...
Posters being reported. All right, so she's repeating the same post, essentially. Just posting and posting, trying to get... All right, and then she started posting the pastor of the Winners Chapel. The pastor of the Winners Chapel in Houston. Please, Pastor Tunde Oladipo, I made an appointment at the Winners Chapel International Houston to speak with you and tell what my husband Samson did. Okay. But Samson and his mistress, conspirator Lola Cole, also known as Zawu Zadiat Damilola Cole, who was working in the Youth Congress program at the church, are part of your flock. They are your sheep. As a man of God, is it dirty? Is it your duty, sir, to intervene and help? Please help me. All right. Please help me. The wife were both in on it. Wait, what wife? Whose wife? Please help me find their family in Nigeria. The brother Teslim, the wife. So the wife, apparently, according to her, knew about this whole thing, about the whole scheme to marry, defraud, and steal from me. I need help finding this evil family in Nigeria who are feasting in evil of my stolen money. Okay. All right, let's see here.
Everyone, how's everyone doing today?
What date is this? This was on the 10th of July. I'm looking at the date now.
I kind of don't know what to talk about today. I feel like I put so much information out there and there's still so much that needs to be said. But there's just so much. It's just overwhelming.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you.
You guys have to remember, like, this is social media for you, and you get to read through everything, and you get to look at the posts.
All right, same thing. That's the story. That's the story. I'm just getting through it little by little. Never let you. Okay, she's posting songs. I'm still standing. Okay. So the devil and his minions hacked my page. So she's claiming they hacked her page, trying to get the page down. And here's a picture of them together, a video back in the days. Lonely at the top. Oh, Jesus. Oh, she was so happy. He was the one filming this. Oh. Alright, that's sad that he ended that way. Okay, Samson Adebisi, you tried to destroy me. You used voodoo and juju to try to steal my destiny. Okay. So I'm not sure what these are. Extra virgin olive oil. Wait, what? What is going on? What are we looking at? Okay, all right. When you admit to yourself a Nigerian husband may not be the answer to the perfect dream family. I can search for my African roots without looking for it in a Nigerian husband to bring me back to them. My eyes look so sad today and shattered. Oh, she's probably going in and out of the whole heartbreak. We used, okay, same thing. 14. Let's see what she's saying here.
What's going on today?
Nigeria wants to know my God. Okay, she's just keeping up to speed.
Would somebody just pray with me today? Would
Oh,
somebody
I don't want to play too much of that.
Hey everyone, so I came to one of my favorite Vietnamese restaurants here in Houston, 1010 on Bel Air. So if y'all like that restaurant, y'all definitely have to come and check it out, or if you haven't been, come out. He believes that there is no other God but Allah. So when he lie on God and the Christian God, it don't.
Okay, so he was a church boy, so she fell for it. Be receptive to the word of God. She's preaching. Don't forget I have your address. You're playing with fire. Uh-oh. She's getting threats. For posting my mom on your page, I will make sure you pay engraved. That is a threat. Now, those are evidences she can gather. They can trace whoever is sending such threats if it's persistent. See, when you do the word of God, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Don't forget. Okay, same thing. Let's see here. Let me see if she's saying anything here.
Hey, y'all.
This is on the 16th July.
I've been looking at some of the comments, and I just want to come on here and address a few things. The money is a major aspect, right? But it's deeper than the money. The psychological,
yes, Marriott,
physical pain, and the things that this man did will forever stay with me. Money is tangible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Money is a asset. It's a resource, meaning it is continuous. It flows in.
It can come back. It goes and come.
Right? So you can make money. Money can be made again. But scars like this, emotional scars, they never leave you. It's always.
Anyway.
Like, God, please don't change my heart.
Alright.
Hey y'all. So
there's
like so much misinformation going on with this situation being spread because
okay, so at this point
coming out and really been on live like that.
At this point it looks like she's getting the gist that you don't want to generalize Nigeria. She said Nigerian scammers are hurting the reputation of Nigeria. Nigeria is the giant of scammers, not the giant of Africa anymore. Is she getting the gist?
But I haven't been doing lives for a
Listen, I can't judge her. $50,000 is a lot of money. Let's see here. What's she saying here?
Some of the most broken people can be found in church. Because think about it. If you're broken.
Of course.
Dear child of God.
All right. Thank God it has been a while. I see your latest pictures. Okay, dear. Let me keep going. I just want to get through this. Make sure we didn't miss anything. What exactly is the problem? How can we fix it? Please, okay. Let me see what the caption was. Evil woman Lola Samson mistress tried calling me to do juju voice spell. All right, listen to that carefully. Evil woman Lola Samson mistress tried calling me to do juju voice spell. This juju thing is a very powerful stronghold on people who believe in them. Okay. And when I say believe in them, I'm not talking if they exist or not. I'm talking about you believing in them. Okay. Let's see here. Fight for my Everly child. Samson Adewale, you stole. Okay, so she's just repeating the same post. She's trying to get attention. All right. Okay, so she's still posting. Let's see. All right, IVF Houston. And then she posted Mobile. She said Mionigba. Ah. She fell in love with Nigerian man. I think she might still be in love with Nigerian man. Let's see here. 1 week ago, a man's enemies would be the member of his own household. That man was living with her for a while. They built a little small life together. So that probably makes it hurt the most. Also, when you know that the enemy has been under your nose all along, that is a scary thing. That's a scary discovery to have. Let's see here. 5 days ago.
I want to point up that Samson Adewale Adebisi, my love scammer, Nigerian Yoruba, soon to be ex-husband, has I haven't had any contact with him besides him calling me or texting me from unknown numbers and sending me copies of information that he took from my phone without my knowledge. While I was in perfect trust as a wife in the marriage, Samson had access to my phone.
So this is the video we saw earlier. This is the video we saw earlier.
Hey y'all, good morning.
It's a part 2 now.
Any money that Samson had came from me. It came from my hard work, my sweat. Samson did not have any money within the course of the marriage.
This is a complicated part about marriage. The money that you probably have together, you probably have it together, even if you're the one bringing all of it in. You know, men resent this idea when there's divorce proceedings, right? Unless there's prenup in place to, right? That's the reality. So what else is going on? Why is she saying that right now? Would she say this if they were still kissy kissy? Of course not. Does that give the person the right to steal your money? Nope. Wait, Ola, you just said it's her money. Yes, it's her money. It's what it is, right? So she kept posting 5 days ago.
I'm a lot more calm than this morning, because this morning I was just angry when I thought about how I've suffered in this situation, what has been taken from me, and
all right, she just wants her money.
I will not be silenced about.
Is that all she wants? Her money? I wonder. That's a question for you. Does she just want the money back? Is that all she wants?
What happened to me and what Samson Adewale Adebisi did to me.
Dear husband Samson Adewale Adebisi, the Nigerian Yoruba love scammer, your wedding to your Nigerian wife must have been beautiful. He had a wedding in Nigeria. Oops, sorry. He was a married man in Nigeria. Alright. Let's see.
Come to my other page or whatever. I'm gonna go live on my other page.
Okay, so she's been going live talking about this all day long. I stumble into it. I see about 10 seconds. I just keep it moving, you know. But essentially, she just, what she's saying, she wants her money back. But I think she's badly hurt. Let's see. 4 days ago. Scammer files. The morning I confronted my love. You blocked this contact. You blocked this contact. Let's listen to this.
That's what made me be like, wait a minute, what? And so that's why I already got my spare key to go back in the box, and I thought, oh, you had came last night, you taking the rest of the money. You've been stealing from me over the course of the marriage, and last night you came to finish me off. Then you call me still lying about it. You don't have enough shame and enough anything to say, you know what, you already know everything, I am who I am, and yeah,
all the calls that you cause right now.
Let's hear Baba's voice. Let's hear. Okay, they are actually on the phone together.
Jackie was there when I came in last night.
You were not. You accused my niece. You accused my niece.
I didn't accuse your niece. I didn't accuse your niece. I said she was there when I came in to pick up my stuff.
She was stealing from me.
I didn't say she's still.
Let me ask you.
She was there when I came to pick up my stuff last night. I didn't
thought in the room when she said, why are you calling me lying? And you know you did. Only me, you and God knew that I had that something. Because I trusted you because you were my husband. And you still lying.
Listen to me.
You're telling true.
Listen to me. Stop saying that again. If I did something wrong to you, I will understand. But this particular one, everything, all the calls that you cause right now, if I didn't take your money, that will never be my, that will not be my question.
My curse will come true for you and your family. My curse will come true for you and your family because you did that to me. Samson, you can't
You are cursing yourself.
Let me finish.
God knows you are cursing yourself and your family.
Finish, because you're lying. My kids missing what I normally put in, and then I happen to find my spare that you didn't know I had, right? So I go in the box and I count the money because I'm grateful to you that you left me something, right? Or whatever, but what you left me is nothing because it's nothing for me to do buy the house. I can't buy the house anymore. I can't have my bank anymore. I can't do anything.
Stop lying. I'm not.
I want chance for that money. I want
Stop lying, I'm not evil. Jesus Christ. Stop lying. Stop lying. You beat me so much last night when I came to pick up my stuff. I didn't do anything to you. You are just taking, you are just,
Now, Natu, are you there?
What did he say?
Yeah. What are your thoughts so far?
What did he say?
What are your thoughts so far?
It's really painful. I've had friends that have gone through this.
You sound
and
echoey.
I'll tell you, it's not a pleasant experience.
You sound echoey.
I do?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Natu is always dragging me with that audio. I don't know what to do.
How about now? Is it better?
It's better. It's better.
I said I've had friends that have been through that. It's not funny, honestly speaking. Do you understand? And I always advise people, if you meet somebody and you know that why you're getting along with the person because you want your papers, just be upfront with the person. Don't let them invest in the relationship and then they come to find out this is what you're up to. Do you understand? I married my husband from Nigeria. If I find that out, I'm gonna be hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, 7 years, but that's the experience. So she's pained. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And her feelings are valid. So she probably might be
do you believe
things
that guy? He's actively saying you're lying. For me, if I wake up one day and I didn't steal $50,000, I'm gonna mute you because of the wind. If I wake up one day and I didn't steal $50,000 and somebody's on the phone telling me you stole $50,000, I'm gonna be confused. What $50,000? Right? Now, let's assume the conversation was much longer and they were in the middle of the conversation, right? And then she kept going. Now at this point, let's say we've been talking for like 30 minutes. She keeps repeating this point that I stole some kind of money that I didn't steal. I will not be sitting on the phone with that person. Okay? I will be finding my way to that person so that we can talk in person, and they're gonna have to show me. If I didn't steal that money and they're stealing that money, I'll be helping them to look for that money. I'll be much more engaged in helping them look for the money than saying stop lying, stop lying, stop lying. Right? Now, here's the third scenario. If I knew that person to be a liar and they tend to tell lies like this, but now they've kind of dragged my name into it, I would be the first calling the police myself. Now, it gets a little bit complicated. If I don't have papers, the last thing I want to do is call the police. All right? Now, is it the last scenario? I doubt it very much. That stop lying, stop lying, stop lying sounds like somebody who knows that they might potentially somebody's recording them and they just want to have that for the record. Natu, what are your thoughts around that? Mute. I muted you because of the wind noise.
Oh, just give me 1 second. I'm walking.
Okay, all right. Let me come to the chat. Amara says that psychopath. If anyone has been robbed or stolen from you, will understand her pain. Yep. He's just making a fool of her, and he doesn't even care. Tonya, hello Tonya. Tonya, did you catch your sleep from yesterday yet? Because I know you were on here. Hello MOP family. I thought Ola is going to take 1 week break as she proposed after that 8 hours live with anti-therapist lords. Mediation is the new word. Thanks. Yes, mediation. Mediation, absolutely. No, I'm not taking 1 week. We must eat. Work must go on. Anyway, so
MOP goes 1 week, we'll go and look for him.
You said what?
If you go 1 week, we'll do protest and come to you.
If I'm going to do that, I won't tell you guys. That's all. I won't tell you guys.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to hurt our feelings just like this research is right now.
We've had similar stuff like that before. Natu will be like, "When are we going live today? When are we going? When are we going live?" But at least I will drop videos. So what are your thoughts around that? If somebody's on the phone with you, I want to know what you would do. Somebody's on the phone with you.
No, I won't be saying stop lying. When I know that I didn't do that, and I know that you have a habit of lying, like you said, it's either I'm finding my way to where you are and we're looking for that money,
together,
or call you out, or call you out,
like call you out and get off the phone. All the time.
Yeah, this is what you do all the time. Stop it.
So you won't be doing shalaye of the other thing.
Oh no! Yeah. Stop lying, okay? I better go.
Like, you can accuse me of cheating, but not the money, and then you sit on the phone. You're saying
sometimes some people too there's fear. Especially people that don't have papers, like they're kind of like skeptical on how they engage this kind of people, so that they don't get caught because they're fear of deportation. So they have all these different kind of stories about deportation. You understand what I'm saying? So once stuff comes out like this, they try to meditate like the thing to make sure like it doesn't go out of hand, so they don't get in trouble and eventually get deported.
Exactly.
But what he did, honestly speaking, like you could feel the pain from her voice when she was talking. Do you understand?
Yeah, but I don't want to be quick. I don't want to be quick to say that it must be that money is stolen from her for that. I think a person who is heartbroken, love scammed, can also sound like that.
No, I'm not talking about the money though.
Okay.
I'm talking about
in general,
what he did.
Just the scam.
I'm talking about yes. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about what he did in general. Like we hear the pain from her voice, and there's something that we always, there's something that we always talked about on this platform about couples. Like once they have issues, they try to draw blood.
Yeah, exactly. Even like outside of money. Even outside of money.
Everybody's trying to get their pound of flesh. Like you're trying to say something to make the other person look like the worst person. You understand what I'm saying? All the one she's saying that I was nothing but a good wife, blah 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 blah.
Right.
You understand? So
Myra says I'll be getting angry, accusing me of something I didn't do. Gets me to 100 in 2 seconds. Yeah,
I will tell you sharply.
Yeah. So we're just giving examples of how I will react. His reaction seems very fake. You know, it looks like he's just doing for the record. I'm on the phone, type of deal. You know, she needs to get off the phone with him and get the law involved. Otherwise, she is getting nowhere with him. Exactly. Udemy says. The man's family was part of the scheme. Which of the scheme? The love scam, the money scam, or both? Which one? I'd like to know what your thoughts are around that. Let me play a little bit more.
It's probably the money, the love scam, not the money scam. It's probably the love scam. Most times the family don't get to know about like the money things involved.
Right.
But you say your family like, I don't find one. No.
Like how they do people they do what they do, so we can walk.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly. So she did a call now spying law. Now with they follow and they talk. You know our wife now, Nigerians, our wife kind of thing. So they be doing our wife, and then and you've had people that are married from Nigeria. They'll divorce their wives. They'll come here.
Udemy thinks it's both. The family is involved in sending their child to go and steal somebody else's money. Yeah. Well, we can be very bad in Nigeria, but a typical family will not be.
I agree.
Will not encourage their child.
That kind of nonsense.
Maybe one person out of the family, but not the family.
They can encourage the paper parts.
The
money part, the money.
They can justify the paper part, but for us Nigerians, if we're going to generalize, it's going to be hard for somebody's son to justify how they're going to steal somebody else's money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, please don't do that. Even after they know that their children are Yahoo boys, they're always saying, after they know that they can't, their hands are tied. Maybe it's a grown man, adult. They just pray. They never encourage it or get on the team and say, yes, go and steal money and bring it to us. Now, we can cap that and shape that up into, if you're a politician, everybody knows their politician family is stealing. Right? That's a different conversation entirely, right? But I'm saying outrightly go into another person's life and steal money and the whole family is behind it. Maybe you should break it down for me what you mean by family. You're talking about one person out of the family, I agree with you. If you're talking about the family is just behind it, you just go and steal people's money Me, I don't know people like that personally. Maybe it's me. Let me speak my experience.
And then the other one that she's saying, fake brother-in-law. First of all, I want everybody that is non-Nigerian that is listening. All of us Nigerians in America, we are family. We are related. When we reach Nigeria, when we land for that airport, everybody go their own village. But as long as we are here, we are related. Okay? So
yeah. Oshe say, I believe it's both. Oshe say, yes, I have witnessed it. The Mario says that man is a fraudster. He and his Niger wife would have been in on it, in my opinion. Now, as you know, you guys, I'm a coach, so I have tons of clients around this kind of scenario. Okay, every single one of them, the wife was not in on it. In fact, she found out after the fact that the husband is using somebody for papers, and it's still usually a very uncomfortable situation. It's a very dicey situation to walk through, right? Because on one end, you have empathy for somebody. I don't know if we should call it, but anybody might get offended me calling empathy, but you guys will be good. On one hand, you understand that people need permanent residents to stay in their country so they can also feed their family. On the other hand, their wife is now being scammed, thinking that the husband went overseas to go, and then the husband, a lot of time, the husband, in fact, I have one situation just this last week, within this last 7 days, right? The guy came here to study. That was the plan that they shared with the wife. Okay, he came here to study. Okay, he's been 5-6 years. He's studying. He got his master's degree within 18 months. Okay, but it's been 5 years. He hasn't been back, and he's still scrambling, right, to get his papers in order. And his excuse to his wife is what? She's just gonna have to be patient. And then the wife is finding out from third parties that sometimes what they do is marriage to do, right? So he's not even coming out right to the wife and saying what he needs to say, right? But the wife is already picking up the pieces that I think that's all, because there's been people that's picking up calls in his apartment, and she's now being trained on how to answer certain call, but he's not coming out straight and saying this is what I'm doing. Yes. Those are the stories, right? So this story is that a group of people, all Nigerians, are just out to steal from people, or all somebody's families are out to steal. If you say that's your experience, if that's how you feel, sure. But I don't think you benefit from grouping people together and accusing them of something. I think you should narrow it down to the perpetrator and deal with that person accordingly. That's how you get the best results. Yes, here we go. Speak English. Speak English. Chinye. A mother was telling his son over the phone to get whatever he could from that black face. That doesn't sound like money. Again, maybe we shouldn't be justifying it. It's all scam. Maybe we should slow down from, because I think some people might be hearing we're justifying the bullshit together. That's not what we're doing by any chance at all. The Niger women of nowadays, there's no compassion anymore. A couple wanted to use my friend like that last year. No, let me say this. There are people that they both are on the same page. Okay? In terms of what they need to do the papers. That's not what I am saying. The money part, yeah, that's a little dicey. Let me conclude together with you. These people are mad and crazy, and it's such an unfortunate situation to end up in the group of people like that. That's quite unfortunate, right? Mara said, I told her to write a book. The wife was listening on the other phone when the mother was telling his son what to do to his wife in the UK, calling the wife blackface. Can you spell out the part of the money scam in what you just said, Oshi, please? Break it down, and I want to hear the money part. By the way, this is a terrible thing for anybody to say to anybody. Not encouraging him to steal the money, but they knew whom he was getting the money from. Okay, I can understand that, because he might tell them a different story. Like, don't worry, they might even know he's a thief from their house from a long time, like he does petty stealing. right? And they kind of suspected that he's doing something like that. And they're like, it's not that you are doing this. And he would tell them the story they need to hear to leave him alone. Those exist as well, you know. But it's usually, this kind of cases, usually is a group of people is not out to get you. Usually, that's not the case. Usually, there's one culprit that you need to hold accountable. Even if that's the truth, right? Even if that's the truth that a group of people, your best bet is to still find that the main person and hold them accountable. I think you get best result in that way. The point I'm making is bring it down to individual levels. We try to make everything societal. We blank people up into a group, tribe, race, gender. Honestly, I have to be honest with you, it does feel better to blame everybody because it takes the weight off your shoulder that you're not crazy, you know. But the harder part is to look at that person in the square in the face and say, you did this to me. I've seen people made excuses on behalf of their husband and say, that's just how they do in Yoruba land. Listen to that now too very well. They are exonerating the person himself. Yep. And they say, that's how they do in Yoruba land. And I'm like, interesting. And then they will beat their chest and say, trust me. I'm like, trust you what? Can we bring it back to the person?
Yo, they trust me.
Because I don't know what you want me to trust. I believe what you're saying. I think you're telling your story, but you're telling it in a way. Yeah, you're telling it the way that feels better for you. So you don't feel crazy. So it doesn't look like it's just you in that situation. Auntie, it's just you. And that's the best way to get out of that problem. You know, it's your experience. You have to own it. That's why we encourage people to say, I. You have to own it, even though that can feel like the accountability you don't want sometimes. You know, let me see here. Let me see if there's anything else that she has on there. Let's see. Okay, so we're back to 2 days ago now. I know she was live while I started this story. She was actually live. You can see the live here, but she's probably off already now because we took so long. Let me see here. She's still. I'm going to love bomb you. It's all fake. A delusion. A false reality to lull you into a predator's trap. Oh God. This ninja was all up in there. Oh my God. This guy is a straight Yoruba boy. 6 hours ago.
This came on upon a video online where somebody is alleging that Samson is not married in Nigeria. Those of us and Americans, they have different types of marriage over there in Nigeria. So there's a tradition.
They have two different types of marriage over there.
Wedding, there's a white wedding, and then there's a courthouse wedding.
There's customary marriage, and there's, what do we call it? Court marriage, right? Of
course, if you've been scammed, you're not given information about your scammer, right? You have to go and dig. You have to go and look for sources. You have to seek people to give you information.
Okay.
But I'm not in Nigeria. I am in Houston, Texas, in the United States. So therefore, he's counting on the fact of my inability to get information and the fact that I am in the United States, that I won't be able to come to Nigeria in order to seek information on what land he's purchased, what houses he's built in Osun, where him and the wife and the mother live, and the brother in Osun. So this is why I need information that from those of you who know Samson, because you guys, there's people that absolutely know him, right? They know the family, they know, where they live, they know, different types of information. But of course, nobody wants to get involved sometimes, right? My call to action is those Nigerians that know Samson and the family to please not stand on evil. Don't let evil dine within your community and you see evil and then you just walk on by and you do nothing. Because all it takes is one little bit of evil for it to spread like wildfire, and then it's walking amongst you in every direction, burning down everything.
Okay, so she's talking about evil. Let's keep going.
So as of right now, my information is coming from sources, and I posted up what my sources have given me in terms of information.
If anything comes about that needs to be corrected, one. So again, people, I will say this or whatever. You're on a journey with me for truth, right? You're on a journey with me to get information with me and to follow my story. But in order for the narrative, for the American wife over here, for the narrative to be completely transparent and truth.
Here's what I can tell you about this case so far right now. Most Nigerians sympathize with her. It's sad. Okay? Most Nigerian quote-unquote scammers sympathize with her because no one should have to experience this kind of situation. Natu, tell me your overall take on this issue.
So my overall take on this, after watching especially this last video that you played, right? This is what's different from her and Risa's story. So at that time, when Risa came out to share her story, Risa just wanted to share her story. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. So she wasn't campaigning for anything that was stolen from her. She wasn't trying to recover anything. She just wanted to share her story on social media.
Yeah.
Now, two things. For this one, she's trying to get her money. She's not going to get her money on social media. So I feel like the social media part that she's coming out, she wants to like get the...
She wants a pound of flesh.
Yes. I'm not going to use the word clout because there's a reality attached to it. She wants to get her pound of flesh. She wants to get the... Yeah, she wants to get her pound of flesh. She also wants to get the crowd, this public sympathy. Because she knows she wants to get her money like this.
As opposed to getting justice, is that what you're saying?
Yes. Social media justice is not justice now. She might just like want maybe the guy will go viral, people will talk about him. After a little time, the thing will die off. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So
people move on. People will sympathize with you, but they don't really care.
Of course. Yeah, it's just like a way. If you're trying to get him deported, like there are 1,001 things that she can do. I know somebody like literally that the person that helped him did his papers, like this exact thing was what happened to them. And then after he got the paper, he left and went and married somebody finer. He wasn't married at that time though. So this person that he married now was a younger person finer. That person didn't say anything to him. She just reported him to Homeland. He just reported him. I'm telling you, after like donkey years of having the papers, he just got deported. So that's just what, so if she wants to get something done, there are ways she can go about it. But this one, I just feel like she just wants to get all the clout she can get.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm with you on that. My overall take on it is that it's okay that she's using social media to get some attention on it, but that should not replace reporting to appropriate authorities if actual money was stolen. In terms of the love scam,
if it's still like 10,000 like this, MOP, if it's still like 10,000, only 10,000 like this.
Yeah.
Baba, I'll go come out cloth too. I'll go come out cloth, come outside.
You see what's happening with Dangote right now, right?
Yeah.
He came out to social media to add pressure, and then he got some results yesterday a little bit with the Naira thing, right? Sometimes social media can be useful to pressurize the concerned parties to get what you want or to get the justice, but that has to be done with intentions. That has to be done strategically within controlled environment, particularly understanding how these things work. Unfortunately, a lot of people are buying into the idea that they can just run to the internet and just make noise, and it's just another story among like literally millions upon millions of stories coming on the internet on every good day. So while she's using social media, I hope she's also engaging the appropriate authorities. The appropriate authorities, they will not entertain the Nigerian phrase of word in it. They want to get down to the bottom of it, right? Now, when they get down to certain parts of investigation, they might use that. If Nigerians tend to, yes, they will use that information if there's need be, right? If Nigerians tend to behave, they will use it if they need. But in the beginning, where they're collecting your information, if they push back against that, don't be surprised. They want to know the specifics of the person that robbed you. And I think it's the best way to go too, because There are lots of lies within all of our generalizations, exaggerations, the nevers, the always. We know how that works, you know. This fraudsters, let me see, hold on, let me go back up a little bit. Okay, Mario says, Chinye says she also hoping someone can give us some info. She says, these fraudsters have no conscience. She needs to get the law involved. Exactly. Mario says if she wants to get clout, she is leaning on the Nigerian scammer trope too hard. I like the too hard phrase. Yes. Like, to an extent, maybe to get some attention, but once you go in too much, you start to mess with the credibility of your story. It comes off as a little xenophobic. Call the police. Exactly. Because there are scammers in every nationalities around the world. There are loshos in every nationalities around the world. Okay, there's all types of bad behavior in every nationalities around the world. As in, like, significant enough for us to conclude that you cannot make it about the group of people. That's how you mess with your story and the justice you're seeking for. Wow, I feel bad for them because it is harder for them to decipher a scammer from a normal person. That's a good point. That's the other angle, right? But it even gets easier if you drill it down, right? So anyway, I'll leave it at that for now. That's the story. That's the new Atisa story that's going around. It's sad for us. The rest of us, some people are saying, "Oh, bad egg, spoil egg. Stop the cap." Okay, that's actually a good way to invalidate her story too. I think we should make it about this person. Call out the behavior is bad, it's terrible, and we don't. If you're engaging a person, be aware that to come off as insensitive, and as insensitive. If you are taking over the conversation on a one-on-one basis to say, hey, no, Nigeria, not all. You go there and say, not all. You deserve all the basketballs you get from not all. If you go into those chats and say not all Nigerians, okay? The best thing we can do for her is continue to call out bad behavior for what it is. If you steal somebody's money, you deserve to sleep in jail for the rest of your life. Okay, maybe do the time. If you do the crime, you deserve to do the time, okay? All right. Not to hang out with me, let's cover the main story of the day. We're finally getting to it 8 minutes before the end of this. Don't worry, we're not doing 8 hours a day. I can't handle it. Okay. I'll be right back. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com. All right, welcome back. So I'm going to tell you this story. Natu, did you come inside the studio twice? What's going on here? Which one are you?
Can you take one out? I think the one up.
The one where you're not talking on, right, Abby?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So
I think I'm good now.
This story, I resent my husband. I do everything and it's never enough. Okay, I'm going to tell you a story, but before I tell you a story, let's generalize it. What advice do you have for this lady? Natu.
She said what?
I resent, and for those of you in the chat too, I want you to help me advise this lady. I resent my husband. I do everything and it's never enough. I do have a story for you guys, but before I get into the story, let's advise at a general level for this person.
She needs to check. There's an underlying issue. Let's just be honest. The resentment does not just come out of somewhere. There's probably something that he has done to her that is making her resent him, and there's something she probably did to him that is holding against her that is making him act the way he's acting. So there are underlying issues on both sides that she has to check her own side, and also she can sit and have a conversation with him if he's open to, because there are some coconut head WhatsApp group.
Okay, all right, good. Anybody else in the chat have an advice for this woman? Okay. Anybody with an advice? By the way, she's a 39-year-old woman. A 39-year-old woman. We're just going to call her Kemi. Okay? You tell me, say, let's hear the story. Let's hear the story. All right. 39-year-old man, of course, as usual, relocated to the abroad. Not usual. Majority of Nigerians are still in Nigerians. Majority of all 200 million people are in Nigeria. Majority of them will take the advantage of jackpot though. But some of us are taking advantage of the jackpot and we're now complaining about our spouse. You know. Anyway, that's life. That's how life is. When you create new solutions carry new problems. That's just life, right? So they relocated to Canada, and she happened to be the one with the proper paperwork to be able to file for the whole family. They have one child together. So she filed the paperwork, got them stable. Years later, they're doing well, actually, in terms of career, money-wise, stuff like that. But husband is very ambitious. Again, they have everything you can think of, right? In terms of cars, okay. They've actually changed their house a couple of times. In each time, they are basically elevating bigger mansions, right? Doing very, very, very well. But something she says she struggled with a lot, right? So when people come to me, they kind of sugarcoat things a little bit, you know. So let's just keep that at the back of your mind. She struggled with maintaining the wife duty role thing with the demands of the Western world. Okay. Mara say young chick. That's young. 39 is young, you know. So she struggled with the demands that come with being a wife, also trying to be a career woman at the same time. Natu, can you relate with that in any way? Natu, don't escape. Let's see here. Anyway, yeah, she left the studio. I just noticed. So she struggled with she's coming back in now. She struggled with the. Are you there?
Yeah, I can relate 100%.
You say 100%?
Yeah.
To what? That you can relate. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So the wifely duty thing, you know. In fact, I was just on TikTok. Funny enough, I was just on TikTok, and I was listening to this live thing. Some kid, young man called Mr. Kingsley, is over there dragging it out with both sides of the gender, with people that generalize. So, so he was dragging it out with both sides. The women are saying, because he gave a story of, he said when he was young, I'm mixing two stories together. Don't worry, I'll come back to the main story. He said when he was younger, and he's talking about just about 6 years ago, that he was not like the it sounds like it's in the UK somewhere. He said that regular black girls, young people, did not find him attractive. That he was quite nerdy, but they didn't find him attractive. Now this is a guy that's, you know, he has a following. A lot of people, a lot of ladies follow him because he's checking the men too. Like, stop generalizing and stop talking about all this traditional nonsense. So a lot of ladies are there following him. So they tackled him. All the ladies tackled him and said, "It's because you don't want us. It's because you're attracted." Because he now said, like, but all these Indian girls, Pakistani girls, girls from Thailand and people like that, like they found him. They like him, you know. But black girls who, so they just took it and they took an offense to that and they started tackling him, you know. So this generalizing thing is a big issue. Anyway, I don't know why I went to that. I'll find it in a second. But anyway, hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Sorry about that. All right, so they moved, like I said, they moved to Canada, and she filed for paperwork, all that kind of stuff. But she's always struggled. Now she's a senior IT person, by the way, a project manager, and she struggled with the wifely duty, having to maintain that. She wanted to actually maintain that so badly, but she also pushed against it. She admitted to pushing against it very hard. But another issue that she has is that the guy, like I said, is also very even though he's doing well, it's never enough for him. So he's trying different businesses, real estate, flipping houses. So he's also sunk quite a bit of money into those different endeavors. So managing career, trying to be quote unquote the perfect wife, whatever that is, household chores, even though they can afford, but being able to afford something like that in the Western world doesn't mean you necessarily have that every day, right? So she struggled with that, and that created a lot of resentment between the two of them. Strain on the marriage, obviously, lots of arguments that led to, guess what, silent treatment on and off over the years. And then obviously prolonged lack of intimacy on and off over the years. And then also she resents herself. Okay, she resents herself because she feels like she could have done better, because there's this constant comparison between her, listen to this carefully, by her own mother, between her and her own sisters. Okay, so she also has a level of resentment to herself, right? Remember, this is about her resenting her husband. At this point, she's giving up, right? So then in terms of the financial strain, as I mentioned earlier on, even though they don't necessarily have like the mixed finances thing, but it's kind of mixed because they have to pay bills together and stuff like that. So that has created a lot of resentment as well. They've done a few family meetings. You know how that goes. So they happen to actually, they've managed to bring their parents overseas. So there's enough family around. So one of the best solutions that, our people often come up with is, let's do family, mediation, right? So they've done that. They've tried that a few times. And she felt like she was judged every single time. Okay. So she's gotten to a place where isolation is essentially what she feels. Okay, so this is a big deal. Okay, when you feel like you can't talk to anyone. So one of the closest person that she talks to the most is one of her sisters, right? So the sister, she's had to crash out at the sister's house a few times after heated arguments. So, but she feels like the sister is also tends to judge her. You know how people will say, you two, calm down now. She feels like she's getting a lot of those, So that's what she's going through at this point that I want to stop the story. The real person is doing much better. But let's stop right there, right? So, but this is it. I resent my husband. I do everything, but it seems like it's never enough. So Natu, your turn. How would you advise this person?
So
I forgot to talk
problem.
about a lot of anxiety and panic attacks too. So go ahead.
Okay, and that I fall in that WhatsApp group.
Sorry to hear that.
You know, yeah, I usually have anxiety.
Yeah.
So I think our number one problem is not even the guy.
Okay.
I think the number one problem is the issue that she has with her mom. So there's like a self-esteem issue already. You understand? And maybe because, there's a self-esteem issue there already because she has her own issues that she's dealing with from family. So do we call that trauma or whatever that is? So that has affected her already. So I don't think, I'm not going to say because I'm not in there with her. I'm not going to say like whatever is going on between she and the man has a lot to do with what's going on with her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes compounded issues can just come up then. Like they say somebody that is just working and is sick and you just slap the person fall and fight. And they say, you fight the person. But that person has been like a ticking time bomb, just walking around waiting for something to happen. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think like her own, there are a lot of underlying issues that has to do with her personally, not even to do with her marriage. And I think probably the partner is busy trying to develop himself and is not paying too much attention to her to be able to help her where she needs help. So she kind of feel like she's all by herself trying to figure it out why she's still married. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now there are probably things that she's expecting from her husband to help her with or to be able to see. But what a lot of women understand that these men don't read minds. If you don't tell them, they'll never get it. Sometimes if you're upset, remember I used to tell people you are upset with a man about something he doesn't even know he has offended you. But the woman will there be counting the day. She tells the day and the time everything happened, but the man has forgotten about it. So I think hers has more to do with personal issues than with she and her husband, and she needs to address. So I think she needs to get like a coach, honestly speaking.
Okay, so which part of the story would be absent for you to consider that this guy is probably a culprit? Like this guy is that would make you say absolutely run away from the guy. Is there any part of the story that makes you feel like she probably should run from this guy, or or anything that
I
sounds
don't think she
abusive?
gave enough. I don't think she gave enough stories like that for us to be able to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say that because I am married to a nurse, and if my husband wants to write any exam or certification,
Mm-hmm.
you are single.
Mm-hmm.
Not like literally, but he gets so involved in his like study. So, and my husband doesn't need alarm to wake up to go and study. He
Okay.
wakes up at 4 a.m. on the dot. Sometimes I have to be like, where are you going? He'll be like, study. I'm like, come back here. Do you understand? It's bad like that. So they probably might be those kind of people. And for me, anytime he's having anything like that, I understand. Just give him space.
Right.
Do
Okay.
you understand? So
Okay.
she hasn't said anything fully like he has done this. He has said so and so. He usually says hurtful words to me. He has complained about my body. He has complained I've not achieved this, that. All the complaints that she has said about her achievement was from her mom. Right? So if she
Right.
has said anything about the husband, we'll be able to say something.
Okay. Now, I think ambition is a good thing, right? Personally.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I do think it can become a bad thing when
Yes.
two human beings are involved.
100%. 100%.
Because now we have to a necessary ingredient to be some form of agreement
Yeah.
before we move forward, right? So
Yep.
so I'm a very ambitious guy myself, and I haven't always been perfect. I don't think I'm perfect. I'm just saying, right? So I don't think it's not always. It hasn't always been clear how much I need consideration for my wife's point of view, right? Especially as a Nigerian man raised traditional, there's a significant weight towards you can decide. You're the man, and
Okay, some people are not good multitaskers. I just have to tell you.
You said some people are not
You
good
guys
at
have said it.
multitasking.
Some men are not good multitaskers.
No, I'm not
They're
talking
not
about
good
multitasking
multitaskers.
now. I'm talking about just deciding, major decisions, right? I'm about to tell you a part of the story that I intentionally left out because I wanted to hear that aspect first, right?
Okay.
So they after a big argument, she finally agreed that it's okay. They can get into house flipping. I mentioned that small, right?
They can get into what?
House flipping houses.
Okay.
Yeah, flipping houses for profit,
Okay.
So they buy fix up houses and sell houses.
Okay.
She's how do you say that? She's not really into taking all this crazy risk. She rather ideally she rather just chill and just make her money from her project management gigs and go home. But the guy is ambitious, like I said. So after years they've saved up some money and stuff like that. So the guy first of all took about $48,000 to start the first project. The first project they made some money. Okay? Made some money after about 7 months. It was like a struggle. But they managed to get the money out plus some extra, right? Okay. So praise God, hallelujah. Some money we thought was going to be lost. Hallelujah, testimony time.
The money is here.
Money back, So of course it's like, it's the first project. It's just like that, Like now we've learned a lot, right? We've learned so much from this, and we can do. I think we're superstars in this game now, right? We can make some more money. So what they did is took the money and put it back into a new project. All right. So $48,000 plus another extra $12,000 in profit or something. How much is that? Was that like $60,000, right? put it back into another project. Now that project, they ended up with a lot more work than they thought the house needed. So not only that, they ended up in a place where they run out of money to actually fix up the house. They ended up having to deal with foreclosures. Like, so they started knocking their doors for potential foreclosure. Okay. And then eventually the house went into auction. So they actually didn't have the full understanding of how auctions worked. At auction, if they sell your house at auction, usually you will sell it for less than what it is owed on it. Meaning you're the negative. Meaning you actually owe money when they successfully sell the house. Okay. So that's what happened. So they're in debt. So some of the resentment is coming from that. Again, they are fine. That's just one project, right? But this is a big deal. Okay. So remember I said he's ambitious, she's rather, right? But she's also trying to be the supportive, perfect wife at the same time. Mm-hmm. So you see where it's coming from, which is I resent my husband. Okay. So now, in this story, to me, it's not a matter of financial abuse or anything like that, but it can be interpreted as that depending on how she feels or how far.
So what is she upset about? That the second project they tried to do got flopped?
Not only did they lose time, everything. The story I just told you with the real estate took about somewhere between 15 to 18 months altogether. Okay. All the money is lost.
Okay.
Plus all that time. Okay. Plus now when they foreclose on you, that goes on your credit for 7 years.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So for me, now again, they have a home, right? They have a home, but that's on their credit because she wanted to be a supportive wife, you know. You can't judge a person for that. But she knew that that's not really what she wanted. You know how you put your stamp on it anyway, but you kind of like, right. But you can't say you didn't support. Yes, you did have an argument, but she's remembering all the arguments.
So, see, that's one of the problems, especially when it comes to business, right? Mm-hmm. It's not a win-win every day.
Okay.
You understand? Mm-hmm. It's not a win-win. I'm going to give you like a little quick example. So, the oil that he was talking about, the African charm, I ran out of it. I sent my brother to go get it. I paid. The guy sent the wrong one.
Okay.
And I had to pay for now to take it back to Nigeria with another sample that I had to get the right one. So already for that particular oil, I'm running at a loss when it comes.
Right.
And that's what happened with business. But I was trying to keep up with my standard that I have for quality. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not minding that, okay, this is going to affect me. But let me just keep up and let it do what's supposed to be. So if you're not business minded, it's always hard because these are things that come to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't think she was open to that. She was only open to the profit part of the business and not the loss part of the business.
Right.
And that's why it's affecting her. No, so she's not feeling like she should have done better. But you can't do.
No, she's feeling like she shouldn't have accepted for them to do that business in the first place. And this is in addition to all the family issues. The family.
So aside that, so it's not even on the husband now, it's her. I'm sorry to say, I don't know if I'm being hard on her. Or this is not the husband at this point, this is her.
Okay.
So this is business. You understand?
So the business went wrong.
Yeah. It's not a win. It's not a win.
You know, that's one of the hardest things to tell people that are not business minded. They will look at you like, are you mad? What do you mean it's business? It's my hard-earned money. You know? Mario says, I'll be resentful too. He risked their family finances.
What the? Girl. Okay, let me give you a perfect example. We had a friend that's a diplomat. Came to America. They worked for 4 years. They were going back. I think that was when we had Hurricane Sandy. They were supposed to ship their car that weekend. They took out the insurance on the car. And the husband got busy. He was not able to ship the car, and the car got flooded. And they didn't have insurance on the car. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Business gone wrong.
Yeah, those are the prices that come with it.
Right.
So if you're not a business person, If I'm not a business person, all I want to do, I'll just say good luck. I'll be by the side cooking for you when you come
So are
back.
you saying you wouldn't? So again, this is their life savings together, right? Let's just, for the sake of argument, say that was at least her $24,000, right? She would need to agree, or he can take his own $24,000 and go and do the business. What would you advise a person that's listening to this story and they say, I'm not into all that risk-taking stuff. I just want
I'm
to
a
live my
business
life.
person, so whatever advice I give her is not gonna work. I'm a business person.
So it won't. You don't think you can offer that person advice?
No, I don't have advisor.
What advice would you give to
I'm
the
just happy.
business person that's about to take somebody's $24,000 and go and invest it? Since you are the business
this is what
person.
I'm gonna say. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. No, for real. I'm like, you probably want to start with your own money.
Start with your own money.
With your own, yes. If your partner is not a business savvy person and they're usually skeptical about some business decisions that you make, start with your own money.
So Natu, I have a few of my clients. This is oh God, these things are consistent, right? That's right now being accused of you are not a supportive wife. She's holding her ground, okay? She said, no, I don't want, I'm not involved, I'm not interested, okay? I'm not interested. However, she's questioning herself.
Can I give you an example?
Oh, yeah,
in my house, I'm the business person. My husband is not. My husband can't.
Come to the microphone. Come to the microphone. I don't want to be louder than you.
Hear me?
I can hear you, but it sounds far. Maybe is it me? Maybe it's me. Let me turn this up.
It's you.
Okay. Let me. I'll turn me up and I'll turn off the music. Yeah. I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. So I'm the business person in my house. My husband is not like really all that business. You understand? He loves business, but not all that. He's like a little bit particular.
It's good. He's not going to take certain risk. He's like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if I'm gonna go to business, I'm not gonna take money from my husband. I'll do my own money.
You will use your own money.
I'll use my own money. If I go with that money and you come back with a profit, I have to explain the loss. I don't think it's gonna take it far. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with my own money. I can have, if I go with my own money, if I have some profit, I can drop in the joint account and be like, I made it out of it.
Right.
This is what, let me put this right here, save it, maybe you want to do a down payment or something. No. So if your spouse is not a business savvy person, don't do it. And the other person should, and let me tell you, I will never ever hold my husband to ransom for not supporting me. He can support me. He supports me in everything else. Sometimes you sit down and say, all this stuff that you have in this house, bring paper. Let's say, like, how are we going to sell it? All those ones, you see that videos ones, like, what do you want to do? How do you want to do it? Do you want to do this? Do you want to? It's not gonna please money.
Yeah. I wish it was that easy for everybody else, but it's good that you're saying that because that can also give people a switch, a renewing of mind in terms of mindset.
I can, if he never puts his money in my I will never hold it.
Yeah, Mario said, I buy stocks and I have decent returns. My man believes I run a hedge fund. He offers me his money all the time. I direct him to the right ETFs. I advise him that way. Interesting. That's interesting. Sounds like you don't like taking risk, Mario. You don't want to take risk with people's money.
So she directs you.
It's like, well, I'll
go over there. This is the wisdom. I direct you.
I direct. Like, open the app yourself. I beg. He only gives me money he's willing to lose, and I tell him if I buy options, they will go to zero. Yes, they can go. They can literally evaporate altogether. Yeah, that's a good point, Marriott. All I can say is try on your own first before involving your partner's money. I am an Ijebu woman. I don't play about my money. Lobaton.
My husband doesn't play about his money. He doesn't.
I understand. I don't have a business owner mindset. Yeah, it's not a business owner mindset. It's and that's okay. It's about just awareness, as I always say, right? Just being aware of what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and don't try to impose on your spouse what you are, because it can backfire the way it's going right now. Because when you mix business with issues with their romantic life, it's a combustible thing, right? If it blows up in your face, you're not going to like it. and it's going to be so thick that it's very hard to pick them apart. You know how people tell you story and connect it to other things and connect you. It's
and
just
it's gonna make sense to you.
Yeah.
I
Very
think what
dangerous.
she needs to do, she just needs to forgive herself. That's the first step she needs to take. She needs to forgive herself. Then make strategic decisions next time. She wants to go into it. Like, if I love you, I support you. I don't want to be a part of this. Tell me what you need me to do. Like, if you want me to, like, okay, give me all this 3 months off from doing anything in this house. I want to focus on that project. No problem. I'll clean the house, cook, rub your feet, massage, put on water, everything you want, I will do. But you see that money part? I don't want to be there no more. Just leave the money for me in the account. If we have family emergency, let's use it. She can use other wisdom and be like, you know what? I'm gonna reserve this for family emergencies.
Yeah.
You know, use the one that you have and invest, but this one is family emergency. Chicken.
Yeah. You know, this conversation is also very linked to risk management, right?
Yep.
So one thing that I always advise people, right? Now we're talking about the prevention part. You've already spoken a little bit about what she can do now, right? But let's talk about prevention for a second here. If you're probably going to be married to a person that has a different taste when it comes to risk, how much risk they can take, it's probably going to play out like that. Like, you want to go a little extra and they will say that's too much, right? You can, this whole marriage thing is supposed to be a blessing, right? You know, there's something called portfolio management, right? When it comes to all these things, business, assets management and things like that. Portfolio management, even running a full-blown operation, right? You can have a situation where you're managing portfolios, right? One of the reasons why you have certain formulas around managing risk, you might say things like, hey, never risk more than 10% of everything inside the market. Always keep a certain percentage in cash. One of the reasons why we've created rules like that for ourselves, because we know ourselves. Our risk taste may be very unhealthy. If you're a person that tend to just risk everything, you're a gambler. You're like, just call yourself a gambler, right? If you know you're that kind of person, if you have a spouse who pushes against that, that's a blessing.
Yep.
That's actually a leverage point you can use. Babe, what do you think about this? You're not comfortable with this? Okay, can we meet in the middle? Okay, I like to push it.
My risk this is high.
It's high. You want to risk everything. Shout out to Uncle Patrick.
Oh my God, I am that. Like, my husband's gonna be like, I'm gonna stay at 3 feet.
Exactly.
6 feet and 7 feet.
So to the person that doesn't like taking such risk, you are reckless, right?
Yes, that's the word.
And they descend on you with the same amount of energy when they want to blame you and judge you about all the mistake, all the money you want to make. And if there happens to be a wife, it plays out a little bit differently, because the wife doesn't want to come off as they are aggressive or disrespectful, or because after all you said yes. There are other things that made you say yes. Other things such as you're the wife. There's only so much say that you have. If you are traditional to a certain level too, right? But you end up resenting that. So I'm speaking to the ones, especially if you're a man, that you tend to take the risk. They're calling you a gambler now, optimistic gambler, right? If you tend to be that person, use your partner to push against yourself, right? It doesn't mean you have to agree to everything they say, but you can use that to come off it a little bit, like release the pedal a little bit, you know, as opposed to what you might typically naturally do. You know, so I think that's a very, very important point I wanted to make. Anything else you wanted to say to that while we're rounding up?
I think you've said what is meant to be said. Like, sometimes you have to look at it as a blessing. If you have a partner that doesn't want to get involved in that, because that's gonna be your best backup plan. You understand what I'm saying? In case you go to do that one and it flops, like, you know that you have this person and the person got you. But instead of seeing the person as, oh, you're not supporting me, you're not being a supportive wife, I'm trying to do this to get money for the family. So you have to see that as a blessing. For me, I honestly see that as a blessing.
Now, Natu, let's stop the cap for a second. Let's stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
No.
A person. No, I'm about to throw in another curveball.
Okay.
A person that resents their husband, most likely it's not just this money. There are
Most likely
people,
it's not what?
It's not just the money.
I told you, I said there are underlying issues. It's not just that.
The underlying issues, right? If the person already said yes once upon a time, and they said after argument back and forth, a little debate, they say yes, or maybe a few times they said yes to you, and now we're like 7 years down the line, and they are resenting this whole thing, and your marriage is in a very funky place, right? There's a good chance that in addition to you taking such risk, right, you're inconsiderate in other aspects of life as well. Do you see where I'm going with that?
Yes.
She's like, no, but I'm the risk taker. I'm not inconsiderate.
No.
Yes. Yes, because it's a habit. It's a habit. It's a core of who you are, right?
Yeah.
So now she's the one talking, so we have to kind of advise her, not advise the other person. Obviously we can just tell the person to be considerate. That's it. She can. Now, as far as her is concerned, I like that you said she needs to forgive herself, right? Yeah. Then also, people that tend to allow this kind of stuff, maybe they don't speak up enough, right?
That's true.
If you're going to hold your, how do you say that? Keep your foot on the ground. How do you say that? That's the saying I'm trying to say. If you want to hold your stance, if you want to hold your stance that, no, I don't want to take that risk, take it, right, and be willing to back it up. The worst that can happen with that is that they will keep saying you're not supportive, right?
Yeah. But
you can also keep saying, no, I am supportive. I'm willing to support in other areas. You can overcompensate in other areas of life.
Yeah.
But I need to be able to sleep at night, because this is an issue for a lot of people. They can't sleep at night. There are also people that I have that, because they've lost all that money, that's part of the story. He's taking out his frustration out on his wife. That's according to her story anyway.
That's another thing.
Yeah. So if your husband is taking out his frustration out on you, do you have an advice for that person? Uncle Patrick, do you have an advice for that person too? Go ahead.
So before Uncle Patrick says something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think because this resentment it's an energy. You can feel the energy. If the person is resenting you, you can feel that energy.
Yes.
So I probably feel like he's feeling that energy, and he's beginning to understand like she's blaming him for what happened, and he's taking it out on her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No. She feels, we're talking about her feeling now. She feels that his frustration, he just comes in the house angry randomly when they've had like 3 weeks straight of bliss. He will just come in frustrated. Yeah,
because he's not getting the support that he wants to get from her, because we're having bliss, but that resentment is still there. Do you understand?
No, but she didn't say I'm not supporting him. She's saying I've been supportive. She's saying nothing is ever enough. No, you're saying that he's probably feeling.
Understand? No. Do you understand what she's saying right now? She's saying that they've lost everything.
That what? Right.
Right?
No, they're saying they lost some money, not everything. They're doing well.
Okay, they lost some money.
Yeah, there's that money, and she feels that he continues to lose his own money because she's not giving her own money anymore. But when he loses money, he's coming. Okay, maybe I'm missing it. Am I missing something? Maybe I am.
Yes. Okay. So because she's not giving her money anymore, he's probably feeling that those losses that he's having, if he had given her own contribution, it wouldn't have been that bad. It would have made up for that. So because she's his wife, he's feeling that he should share the loss with both two of them. But now the loss is only on him because she's not adding her money to him. But so to him, it's just like love language now. So to him at that time, the support that he wants from her is the money. But from her, she wants to give him support in her own way that she understands. So because they're not talking about it, that's why it's causing away.
So are you advising her to keep giving the money? Is that what we?
No, but she probably wants to talk to him about it. They want to have a conversation about it. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay, I really can't put money. So what do you want me to do aside giving money? Then you can tell her. So it's just like somebody giving you, loving you in the way they want to love you, not loving them in the way they want to be loved. Do you understand? I want to give you
Okay.
love by cooking food for you, and then me, I want money, bros. You the wine.
Okay. Let me round up with Uncle Patrick Natu.
Uncle Patrick, good evening, sir.
Good evening. I just joined. I didn't know the basics.
Oh, you didn't know the basics. Which
Yeah.
part? Let's focus on the part you picked up a little bit. Did you pick up a little bit of what we're talking about at all? Or you just want me to bring you up to speed a little bit?
About the was it the woman not?
The woman, let me bring you up to speed. The woman resents her husband. All right, they're doing well financially. She's a project manager. The guy is also doing very well, but he's very he takes a lot of risk. So I mentioned a story where they actually put together $48,000 off of their life savings, invested it into flipping houses. They flipped one house successfully. They ended up with about $12,000 in profit, but it was a stretch. It stressed them out. There was a lot more work than they thought. They thought they were gonna make a lot of money. Now, when I say 48 to 12, they actually borrow money from the bank, by the way, to make it work. They ended up with about 12,000, so came up with their own money and then plus $12,000. So about $60,000. He rolled it back into a new project. That new project ended up even worse. They lost it to foreclosure. So now they lost $60,000 plus all that time. And not only that, their credit that has a little small foreclosure stamp on it for the next 7 years. So that's one element. I also mentioned there's some other family issues that she resents. She's always tried to be the supportive, perfect wife and everything. She's a career-driven person and she's doing well for herself. But she struggled with finding the balance because oftentimes she got accused of not being patient, of every time they do family meetings, she felt judged by the family members and stuff like that. So in spite of all this effort from her side, as far as she's concerned, she feels like nothing is ever enough. And now she resents him. They have on and off intimacy. There's always resentments around. There's silent treatment on and off. It's just she's having a bad experience with the marriage. That's the gist, Uncle Patrick.
Yeah. It actually started from the finances.
Yes.
And especially, some of us are not into business. If you give somebody that hasn't done business before, 1 million, he can run it within 1 month.
Easily.
I'm not going to draw you back. One of my classmates reached out to me that is doing very bad in Nigeria. Can you believe me? When I'm one of my friends, very wonderful lady, they dropped a van in his house, from the port, clean, everything. Less than 1 year, this guy ruined it. Are you hearing me?
Yes, Uncle Patrick, I hear you, sir.
Yes.
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir.
This guy ruined it to the extent that he was begging for money against somebody that was riding Okada. 70-year-old man. I'm just going to put it that way. That the wife was just begging me that what we did, they are separated now. I have family, and when I was in Nigeria, nobody bought a van for me now to be doing. They didn't collect even the money for the paper. I had to send it to him, even with the car. So some people are like that, and the business, if it is both of them agreement that it's risk in business, they shouldn't be mad at each other. People do business and fall and rise again. That is the risk of business. Yes, it's different from somebody that's collected. They sell a house, like there's somebody that wrote in Pastor Shola. They sell their house to buy another house. They made 100,000, give it to the husband. The husband and the woman was saying, like, can we just get a landed property and get something Nigerian? The man just went and invested in cryptocurrency and everything. They lost everything.
Wow, the crypto stuff, sir, is causing trouble everywhere.
100,000 cash.
Hundred
Wow.
thousand. How
Yes.
much? What currency, sir?
Why would you do
Dollars.
that, sir?
Dollars.
Why would you do that?
Ah, it was mouth watering. People were talking about how much money they were making
Dollars.
overnight. In dollars, yeah.
So, so when that one starts, they're gonna be accusing each other. You cause, but if you have been doing business, they should just take it like that. So well, it has happened, and from the family stuff, the man should it fall on the man. I'm gonna blame the man. Yeah, if they're accusing your wife, you're supposed to be able to stand back. When it was tough, my wife was there. What I keep on telling people is that my mom used to tell me something. Yes, well, my mom taught me something which I use forever. When I was small, I had a guy. I grew up in Lagos. That's my best friend. He's still now. Very nice. We're always together. I know we are young. We'll fight. Guy will curse me. Omo Igbo. That was my very close friend. I'll say, you curse Omo Igbo. You run. You go. My mom will not see him. Where's your friend? I like it. This is your best friend, a nice guy. One day we didn't see each other. My mom said, I know you fought. My mom said we should go and call him. Ola, I went away. By the time I came back, this guy was sitting in my house eating. I cracked. My mom, you didn't even ask. You even gave him food as a young boy. You know what my mom said? My mom said, if you have a friend that you had so understand that you don't look at the way people that time. Someone that has been there for you. Don't just throw that friend away. And that's how I treat my friend. Even once you apply to marriage, so if your wife has been there, stood with you, advised you, and don't just throw her away like that. If your family are trolling her, you need to stand by her. Say, yes, don't worry. At least we are one. So that one should be there. So there shouldn't be that resentment. And if there's any resentment, if there's any issue, people are supposed to sit down and say, okay, let's draw a line. We don't want this to happen again. You understand? And there's some situation, there's some behavior that we do in marriage that is equal to witchcraft. Yes, people will say yes. It might not be really pay somebody is killing somebody.
It's nobody is flying, but it's still witchcraft.
Yes, that you need to. When they tell you need to apologize, say, yes, I was wrong, and it starts from apologizing. Ola, it starts from apologizing. It doesn't matter if you're a man or if you believe you are the one, you are the woman, you are the one feeding the man. They need to say, yes, I really screwed up. I'm so sorry, my husband. I'm so sorry, my wife. That will go a long way to end it. Otherwise, it's going to be, everything will just be building up. Yes, it's going to just be building up. Be building up. Let me round up. I saw a family that happened to. Yes. Their first house, the woman, that was what the woman, we are talking about 20 years ago. The woman bought Benz from it. That they flipped. She made $50,000. Hola, everybody don't divide their gari now. Everybody don't divide their gari. The woman, what was even so bad, later the woman had a baby. 2 days to naming, the woman got a letter, divorce letter. For it to so bad.
Wow.
Yeah. So now they talk, Ola, two of them are pastors.
They're pastors.
Two of them.
Welcome to the real world, ladies and gentlemen.
So one should not allow the devil to come in. It's not, some things that what really came me where the few discussion that you guys had with Natu. I know it's a serious thing that you are discussing about. It's a very, very serious. That's why I came up.
It is.
It is very serious.
Yeah.
I just give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
I can't mention them here because of privacy. But that was real. I was really involved. That was nasty. Ola. Nasty. It was Sheriff that brought the letter. When
the divorce to serve them, right? To serve the person. Yeah.
When somebody got it and to share run mad. Show more. People that were international before, but they moved to America together as one. It's serious. And there are people that were making big money before. Flipping, doing so. This one is even small. What is 12,000? That one is small now. Hola. I'm talking about big people. That one is small. That one can even be redeemed. That one could be paid off. What is credit? We're talking about big houses. That's what I've got
yes,
to
sir.
say.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. You definitely helped us elevate the topic a little bit. Yeah. All right. So I'm rounding up. I'll be back here tomorrow. Thank you so much, sir. We'll talk soon.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Natu, we'll talk soon.
Adios.
All right. So it's those were really, really good advices. Okay. First thing. I resent my husband. It is high. I will need to take responsibility of starting the journey towards redemption. The I can do it, but the I will not be able to do it if it struggles with accountability. So you resent your husband. We need to unpack what all of it means, right? Because in this conversation, the whole thing, I did the paperwork, I filed for our papers in Canada, all that kind of stuff obviously has become part of the conversations. There's certain entitlement that comes with certain types of people, not everyone, when they are the one that were the source or that they used to get the paperwork and stuff like that. That also comes with it. So when you had that together with all the finances, yes, it looks like, okay, this guy has been doing the most. It sounds like he's been doing the most. It sounds like there is no boundaries on how they operated with something that she seems very, very uncomfortable with. So it's time that she takes the bulls by the horn and start doing that work. And not to hit it on the head, like it's gonna start with self-work. If it sounds like a broken record, exactly, that's because it's very hard. It's gonna start as self-work. Okay? The cultural aspect of things, struggling to be a perfect wife, trying to do the right thing, all that kind of stuff, all of that has to be figured out as well. But there's so much power that you have, but maybe you don't know how to use it. There's so much power that you have. If somebody craves such a traditional role so badly, that's actually power for you. It doesn't mean you have to satisfy whatever fantasy that is. It just means you need to understand it a little bit deeper than, I'm not just going to do it. It won't be that simple. So the struggle that she's had with trying to figure that out and find the balance comes from not knowing herself well enough. In this kind of story, it's very, I don't know. To me, it's obvious she's lost herself in all of that as well. So she needs to take responsibility, not blame, not fault, but responsibility for fixing that. And it's going to take some self-work, self-reflection, and then she needs to trace herself back to where it went wrong. In terms of the business, it's true. Business is business. Once you decided to support once upon a time, it went left. You cry over it. And we have to kind of move on from that, because if the business went well, you would also want to take credit for being there to support him during that time. Now, if you know that you're not comfortable with such risk, then you can also start expressing that you don't want to take any risk like that into the future, and it will be well within your rights. But obviously, there's evidence to why you don't want to do that anymore, because all that money was lost. So that's understandable, but I would definitely do the work to separate that from all the resentment. I have a very strong feeling that it's not just the finances, but it's also how he treats you. Like, for example, coming home and being upset and being angry with you out of his own frustration. He's still failing in businesses here and there, and then he takes it out on you. And then the first step is always a communication, an effort to communicate. If that doesn't work, then you don't know how to communicate. Listen to what I just said carefully, okay? If you've tried to communicate and it's not landing, it's because you don't know how to communicate. What do you mean? But he doesn't listen. He's a coconut head. No, it's because you don't know how to communicate. Trust me on that, okay? Trust me on that. If you know how to communicate, you can communicate with anybody, okay? If you understand how communication works, you can get your point across, okay? It's just a matter of, do you have the skills or not? If that person's a human being and they have things that they care about, you can absolutely learn how to communicate, but it's not going to be the common sense type of communication where me I talk and you I talk, me I talk and you I talk. Not that one, okay? That's not communication skills, that's just talking, okay? So I'll leave that at that for that, okay? But ultimately, the solution is, as always, she needs to do the self-work. Well, so find a support system to do the self-work. It's going to be hard because of all the years of resentment. It's going to be some hard work, but it's going to be worth it. If you guys are still married and you're resenting each other, or you resent him, is because you still care. All right. Resenting a person is not necessarily equals to hate. Hating the person is not exactly opposite of love. It just means that you guys are in a very toxic emotional place, but it's absolutely fixable. But it needs to start with the I resent my husband. Great. I need to know that there are ways to fix any of these issues and need to hold themselves accountable and responsible for starting the journey. And if you can relate to the story in any format, way, anyhow, through any of the angle, feel free to reach out to us. Our information is all in the description box. All right. Today, I just want to round up. Shout out to all of you 24 people that stopped by today. I appreciate you. All right. My name is Ola. I'm a marriage coach. I'm a relationship coach, along with my life partner, Lola. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.